Woo, level 3.
I
Ooh,
know.
level 3. I doubled my spell slots. Crazy.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to Mummy's Mask. It has been a hot minute with our schedules, but I am very much glad that we are all back and back to a consistent schedule. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So,
Dormi.
to give us a bit of a reminder of the current situation, since we have taken such a bit of time away, we are currently within the desert city of Wati here in Osirion. All of you having come to not quite answer a call, but more so just strike it rich, find money, earn treasure, all that jazz. As you all came here during this sort of cultural boom Osirion is going through, the reopening of temples and crypts and ancient sites, since Osirion has taken back its freedom and put ostensibly the original blood of the pharaohs back on the throne of the country. Wati has been one of the last cities to open itself up, despite the massive necropolis it holds, because of how important that necropolis is to the city and its history. But under pressure from the central government at Sothis, the Grand Mausoleum, the Church of Pharasma here, has finally decided in limited capacity to open the necropolis to adventurers, for you all to get a few locations of increasing size and potential risk to explore at your leisure, finding whatever you can inside and selling it off to your own profit, as well as, of course, mapping the locations and sharing what information you find with the Grand Mausoleum for their records to be updated. Most of you here didn't even know each other before arriving. Amenemsu and Usala having met a pair of others that have since unfortunately had to leave the necropolis raiding life behind for other character reasons, that they have had to perhaps leave Wati itself or take a different life path. But the two of you are not the only ones in your group at this point, as the first location you had visited, the tomb of an ancient general by the name of Akintepi, happened to have a strange individual already inside. The apparent son of Akintepi from thousands of years ago, his soul trapped within a blade and awakened thanks to your arrival and presence, has since joined up with your group to get an understanding of the outside world and acclimate to modern society. And of course, after finishing your explorations of the tomb of Akintepi in only a single day, took some time, celebrated, met and got to know some of the other adventuring groups that themselves had finished a location within a single day, and proceeded to get your next location the following morning, a noble house of family Pentheru that had truly fallen during the plague of madness so long ago. As you headed there and prepared to begin your explorations, though, you were met once more by another individual, Silas, who wasn't particularly in the adventuring business or this necropolis raiding gig that the Grand Mausoleum has set up, but was simply responding to the calls and issues he had noticed throughout the Asp district and other parts of Wati, with strange creatures flying over the walls of the necropolis and causing people in Asp to go missing. He managed to track that dangerous creature to the House of Pentheru, and upon meeting you all up outside of it, you all headed in together, braving strange creatures, a few undead, and the seeming culprit of the whole situation, a div, a fiendish entity that likes to prey on individuals, who unfortunately met a situation they could not talk their way out of and was laid low by your hands. So, that is about where we are picking up. The sun has long set at this point as you finished your explorations of the House Pentheru and made your way back into Wati. You spent a bit of time traveling around Asp, specifically searching out for an individual by the name of Penhet, who seemingly her lover, Akar, had wound up in the House of Pentheru some point relatively recently and ended up headless and deceased. You all wished to, at the very least, return Akar's body to her, but unfortunately, as of yet, you are unable to find her. And so you separated for the evening. Silas taking the corpse with him to his sort of dwelling out in the desert on the outskirts of Wati, Amenemsu heading back home to his family, and Usala and Nebsu heading back to their rooms at the Tooth and Hookah. That is where we are picking back up. We'll be starting in this following morning, since it is already quite late, unless there were any last things people wished to do before heading off to sleep.
I had a question.
I have an answer.
How long did the hold on, I wrote his name down. How long did Jedipet said he would need to write down or to transcribe my book? Was it a week?
It was a week, yes.
All right, it's been what, 2 days?
Yeah. You've got some time left.
That's fine.
You guys have gone through your explorations quite quickly as of yet. So you've got some time before Jedipet will finish your book up.
Not in a hurry. Just need it before we leave.
Sure. Anyone else have any questions or reminders or things they would like to do before heading off to sleep?
I'm good.
Fantastic. Then everyone may go ahead and take a long rest here, as you are officially level 3 yourselves. And as the morning comes and you awaken and complete your preparations, you have the entire day ahead of you. You have a number of treasures and items picked up from the House Pentheru itself. You have the corpse of Akar with you. And of course, whenever you are ready for it, you must head to the Grand Mausoleum to receive your third and final location to explore.
Well, Silas is going to try and find this woman's house that he did really well at remembering who it was, but then completely forgot where the house was. So
Never forget a face.
He's separate. Yeah.
What did we do with the body?
It's
Silas
the
had it.
city with Silas. He slept with him
Okay.
outside his tent.
Perhaps we should take it to the Grand Mausoleum and have them take care of it while we go and inform her that we have found him. Maybe that would be best, instead of just, hey, here's his corpse. Maybe.
I think we talked about it last time, and what we determined was, like, there were a lot of different rites, so we didn't know like if
Uh,
she like that would like this is obviously above table,
We
but like
we
that was
pass it
kind
on
of
to the
like
next of kin, and then they
It
can
has
do
been
it.
a long
yeah,
time.
exactly. Because like if we take it to the mausoleum, like they're gonna kind of do what they want to do, and then she's like, "Well, no, our ritual is this." I'm like, well, sorry,
Okay,
but I appreciate the
gotcha.
thought. But we have his ring too, right? So
You
like
do
that's
have
another
his
thing of
ring,
like,
yes.
here he is. Here's the ring. Okay. Well, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to come, but it's not like Silas is gonna look for you guys to return a body, unless you really want to come along.
Does anyone wish to seek out Silas and help find Penhet and return Akar's body and ring to her?
Yeah, I think a Menemsu would help.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Then
I'm gonna
as-
go get healed.
Of what?
The disease
Oh,
I
you got,
absolutely
like-
know I have. The worms.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the
How
worms.
does a sword get worms?
In a very specific way.
It's a balancing issue.
They're crawling across the blade, and he just can't quite peel them off. They're a bit too slippery.
You know,
Well,
And for some reason, that's a fortitude save. Yeah, if you want to go and find a healer, your best bet would actually... you could go to the Grand Mausoleum. They would likely have people capable of casting Cleanse Affliction there, which is the best way to cure oneself of a disease. You could also spend some time looking around Midwife to see if you could find anyone else that is capable.
I'll go to the mausoleum since that's where we're all gonna meet up eventually, I think.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely. Let's see, you currently have a disease at its first stage. What rank of Cleanse Affliction would you need for that? Yes, Cleanse Cuisine, much better.
That's for Leshies.
Right. Then, yeah, you would only need to purchase a casting of it at second rank, since you're only at stage 1. There's no real need to attempt to counteract it, since if it is simply reduced to stage 0 here. Actually, no, I'm sorry, you would need it at third rank. I always misread Cleanse Affliction. It reduces it if it has passed stage 1. But you would need it at third rank to specifically counteract it, which third rank spellcasting is actually quite simple. It is about 18 gold to afford that.
that's not nothing.
It is not nothing at your level. It is a bit pricey, but you guys also have all of your treasure from the House of Pentheru yet to be sold.
Where are we keeping that?
That is all at Amenemsu's house right now.
All right.
Yeah, he just took it to his home, told his parents not to
yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah, I want to
And
head
then
over
went to
there when
sleep.
I wake up and make sure no one like broke into his house and killed his family.
yeah.
This is where I reveal, Amenemsu, you did not wake up today. You got your other character prepared like I asked, right?
Yes, I did.
Perfect.
You can come back as a mummy.
Exactly.
Play his character.
Yeah.
The Grand Mausoleum would love that.
And then we'll give you a mask, and you're the mummy's mask.
I have to give you a free
Yeah,
hero point.
I guess we gotta
when that
wait
happens,
till we
right?
sell stuff then.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I suppose we can start by the efforts of Silas and Usala and Amenemsu heading out to try and find Penhet. Go ahead. Anyone who would like to, you can either roll this yourself or roll to aid someone else. Give me a survival check to try and track her down.
Survival?
Yeah. If you have the, I believe it's Eyes of the City feat, you can use Society instead.
Silas will try to find them. I don't know if anybody's going to try and assist him.
I think I would just get in the way, so I'll just follow you around like a dog.
That was
Great.
a different character.
Yeah. +6. We'll give it a shot.
Sure.
Ooh. Oh,
All
that looked
right.
like a nice and blood. That was an 8.
Okay. It will certainly take some time between the two of you working together to sort of scour the areas. It's easier for you, Silas, because you, of course, have seen Panette before, so you know what she looks like, you remember. But also just generally between the two of you, asking around, trying to find her. Probably about mid-morning, maybe after about 2.5 hours of walking around through the narrow, sort of twisting alleys of Asp, you guys end up coming across a very modest-looking house that currently has the windows and door open just to allow for air circulation. That you have been informed is the House of Panette.
I guess Silas will just go up and knock on the open door.
Yeah.
Or the door frame, as you do. That's polite, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You hear a coming, and maybe 20, 30 seconds later, a middle-aged woman, sort of long black hair tied up behind her head, very simple, plain clothes, walks up to the door. Yes, how can I help you?
I'm not sure if you remember me.
You were that man who was going around asking about problems and missing persons, yes?
Yes, well, the desert has shown its wisdom and revealed one such missing person. And I'll just step aside and it's surprise!
Surprise, here's a headless corpse.
I'd love that corpse anywhere.
The moment you said the desert has shown its wisdom, there was the light of hope flickering in her eyes, which is immediately killed by you stepping aside.
Oh.
She will sort of hesitatingly step forward and step out of the building and just fall to her knees next to the body and begin to weep.
I think somebody did a medicine check. Like he didn't suffer, right? I think that was what we determined. Like he didn't starve to death, did he? He was just beheaded.
Yeah, his head was turned into one of those Varghouls. He got kissed by him.
Itself off his body.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't like he he was chained up for days without water and then died.
No,
then
he was not tortured or anything. He just his head popped off. Quite literally.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna talk. Yeah, Silas will just kneel down. I mean, Silas isn't super sociable, but I don't know. Kneels down next to her and pulls the ring out from his pocket and gently puts it on the ground next to her. He didn't suffer. He could take part in that.
She takes a moment and picks up the ring before slowly sort of getting to her feet and dusting her knees off. Nods to herself once or twice. Thank you. It's been a while since he went missing, so I had made assumptions. Thank you for finding him.
Silas will just nod and walk away.
Please wait one moment. I know it's not much, but thank you. I would like to. You've done something so nice. I'd like to give you some reward.
That's not necessary.
Thank you. Truly, thank you. And you guys are free to walk away at that point. Unless there was anything anyone else would like to add while you were there.
Mm-mm.
I think telling her that her husband's head got turned into a monster and then we killed it would not help. So
Probably not.
keep that information to myself.
Taking a reward feels inappropriate to Silas. Like he only takes money when he like helps. You know.
That is entirely fair. And so I shall simply tell you what the reward would have been, just to make you guys perhaps feel a little bit better about turning it down for yourselves. She was going to offer the money that she had been saving for their wedding.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, what kind of wedding are we looking at? Like, is it a big affair? Like, I mean, that could be a lot of money.
It was going to be about 15 gold.
Yeah.
Use that to
Pretty
pay
good.
for the funerals.
Well, exactly. It's like,
Those are not cheap.
True.
oh, sorry that your husband died. So finder's fee.
Or I'm sorry, it would have been about 10 gold. Because the ring itself was worth about 3 gold, and you guys could have just gone and sold that off, but she, had you guys wished it, would have paid you a bit more specifically for the return. But you guys are just such nice people. I'm so proud of you.
You're so nice.
So, are we thinking perhaps spending some time going about and selling the rest of our loot? What are we thinking from here?
Yeah, have we already delivered a report on the
No,
on the
that
House of
would
Pentheru?
still need to be done. I sort of assumed you guys would do that when you went to pick up your next location.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you guys were looking to get diseases and whatnot cured, then you could just do all of that in one sitting when you head there.
Yeah, I'm interested in liquidating this treasure before someone murders
Yeah.
his parents.
I would never.
You absolutely would.
You're right, but I don't like being called out like that, okay? Fantastic. Well, I'll go ahead and just directly sell all the treasure in the party stash at the very least. And turn that into cold hard cash for you guys.
Yay.
Yippee!
Money.
like money.
Woohoo! And then looking at the other stuff, any of those weapons and the armor you guys picked up, do you want to hold on to any of that? You got 4 short bows, a crossbow, 5 kopeshes, and a set of scale mail.
This is all in the party stash?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think anything.
Nothing
Definitely.
for Silas.
Okay. We'll go ahead and sell all of those.
The worn engagement ring. We don't need that anymore.
Well, that's a magic item. That's something you guys failed to identify so far.
The horrifying mask. Did somebody pick that out?
Mm-hmm. That was picked up from the chest in the master bedroom with all the gold bars where you met Imanish, the div.
Yeah, gold bars.
So that mask and that worn engagement ring are both magical items that you guys have thus far failed to identify. You could absolutely make attempts to do so again today. if you guys wanted to.
Oh, so the worn engagement ring wasn't her.
Yeah, there was
husband.
Not the
another
wedding
engagement
band, yeah.
ring.
That was an addition. Okay.
Yes.
Let
Or the wedding band,
let's
thank you.
go ahead and try and redo those.
Sure. Yeah, this engagement ring was Ariseti's engagement ring, which was the Pentheru family's daughter, from what you gathered.
That's what we had the vision of.
Yes. Yeah, in the parlor.
And then,
Oh,
do you
look
have
at
a clickable, or do you want me to just run a
Just use recall knowledge.
general recall
Yeah,
knowledge?
it makes it nice and simple for identifying. And Usala, you do have read aura, correct?
Someone else had
I-
that, so I did not take it.
Yeah, I think that was Jesse.
That was Nahamura, yes. So you guys no longer have the +2, but that's A-okay.
Did that roll? Let me take that roll.
It did not come through.
I can pick that up later when I can afford a spell hurt.
That's not rolling. What the heck?
Let me put a new token down for you,
Oh.
see if that does something. Are you going from the
Oh.
like a recall knowledge macro or the direct basic action macros?
The actions. What is this called? The basic actions.
Okay, then it should be working. That's very strange.
I clicked on
It
did
has
mine come through?
actually changed, so we'll see if it does this again. Nope.
Let me.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
there we go.
what the hell? That has changed quite a lot. What is going on with that? That
Yeah.
does seem like it's broken here. I'm going to delete the macro for myself and re-add it and see if that fixes itself. Oh, what the heck? I do not know why that appears to be broken right now. Oh boy. It was working just fine yesterday. What the hell happened?
Wow.
Well, that is perfectly fine. You can just roll a blind magic skill check, effectively. Arcana,
Magic.
nature, occultism, or religion, whichever is best for you.
Nature, occultism.
For anyone who would like to try and do an identification here. of
Not
something.
Arcana?
That works.
Oh, okay. Perfect, because that's much better.
Yeah, Arcana, nature, occultism, or religion. Any of the four magic
blind.
skills.
There we go. Yeah.
Which item were you trying to identify, Amenemsu?
We'll just go from the top of the list. Warn engagement. ring
Cool.
first.
I don't feel like lying to you today, but that wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
So you
Hey,
take a
guys,
look at this and
totally
you're like,
not
huh,
it.
that's a ring.
It's definitely.
Did anyone else want to try identifying anything?
Is it alright to just go ahead and start working on the horrifying mask as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Arcana's okay.
Yeah, any of the magic skills works.
Sweet. Undead or ancient Osirion lore?
No.
Darn it. I think I got. Oh shoot! I wasn't supposed to do that.
Oh
no.
I see it. I see it.
That's
It
okay,
wasn't
I
in
don't
that
care.
one.
It's identifying an item. I really don't give a
I
shit.
could see it.
Between you guys working together, you are able to identify both items. Ariseti's engagement ring, as it is called, is specifically a fun little item that allows you to cast mystic armor on yourself without needing to be able to cast spells. So,
That's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
if anyone was using mystic armor, that'd be kind of useful. Unfortunately, our spellcaster is weird.
Yeah.
I have natural armor. My hide, my scales are too thick.
The horrifying mask is a demon mask. So a bonus
Yeah.
to intimidation checks and a casting of fear once per day.
DC 20. How good is DC 20?
Remember that will
That's
scale
pretty
up
good.
with your class level.
It does what?
Yeah, I'm testing out the rule that magic items will scale up off of your class DC.
I love you.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's also
that's
just better than my base save rating.
Well,
Oh, it's a
that
level
is-
4 item.
It is
that
a
makes
level
sense.
4 item, that is why.
That's why.
Now, of course, that scaling DC will plateau at a point when it would reach 29,
greater?
because that is when you would need to get the greater mask. Yes.
That makes sense.
So they do have that sort of scaling attribute, which is just something we have to keep track of. Do you guys want to hold on to that mummified guardian? It has used its magic, so at this point it is kind of useless to you guys. But if you really wanted to hold on to a mummified cat, you're welcome to.
I'm okay with letting go of everything, unless somebody, because I think the engagement ring would be pretty useful for somebody. I don't really have the greatest intimidation, so I don't really need that one. For the demon mask, I should say.
Sure.
Fear spell's not bad.
The fear
This is
is
one
pretty
target.
good. Well,
Now, would Mystic Armor auto heighten then, or would that
it does
not?
not. It is specifically only
yeah,
as a
okay.
first rank spell.
I think the
So,
most useful
Okay.
thing for
Actually,
that
Do
is
we-
like if I took it.
yeah,
okay.
I actually don't think that item is particularly useful to you guys, since most of you have actual armor that you wear.
It's the Sahara might have linked
Mhm.
it up.
Right.
There's like the corner case where I disapparate and then reapparate.
Yeah.
And my armor is just on the floor.
The very
the
corner
recipe.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that
it's
just gives
technically
me
an
an
upgrade
foreseeable. Yeah.
for Silas at 5 because will be
Oh, there you
capped
go.
on
Oh,
decks with his current. But like, I mean, I don't care. We can also just sell it. It's no big deal.
well,
Silas can take it. I don't care.
Assuming that he doesn't have to wear it as a ring, can he like put it on a necklace or
Yeah,
like a band?
absolutely.
It's kind of weird to wear somebody else's like inscribed engagement ring.
you'll
like, this
also
is mine
notice
now.
I made a typo in writing the description. It's a simple engagement rind.
I-
I mean, a rind could be. You could propose with a
Rind,
rind.
Yeah, no, if
Pull that
you
up
wanted
as you're
to like put it on a chain and wear it as a small amulet or something like that, that's always more than I'm more than happy with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sort
cool.
of thing.
And, yeah, hold on.
Okay, so you're taking the engagement ring. Who's taking the mask?
Is anyone proficient in intimidation?
That is a good question.
I
actually,
am proficient, but my intimidation's only a +5.
Nebsu is an
But-
expert in intimidation. He has it at
Oh,
the
there you
best right
go.
now.
And I love a sword wearing a mask. You know?
I could definitely make use of what is it? Combatants that are under the fear effects. So I mean, it'd be really good to keep.
Yeah, Demon
Yeah,
Mask is
I guess
great.
I can use it.
Go for it.
A good item.
So I'll go ahead and sell that mummified guardian for you guys and get you that 5 gold for it. Does anyone want that holy symbol of Sarenrae?
Is it enchanted or is it just a holy
It's
symbol?
it's a gold holy symbol.
No.
Okay.
Lame.
Lame. Rather have 1 gold piece. Thank you very much.
Yep.
That key isn't really necessary, so I'll just remove it for space saving purposes. Do we want those bunch of arrows and bolts held on to? No one here really uses a bow or crossbow right now.
I think it'd probably be really. We sold that crossbow, didn't we?
You did.
Yeah. Can we get that? I might as well keep a ranged option just in case.
Good, you're making
So
me
I'll keep
remember.
the I'll keep the arrows.
Okay.
Just keep the
Do you
arrows.
want to have not sold the crossbow or the bow?
Which bow did we have?
Honestly, I do not recall.
If it was a short bow, we'll keep it.
Do a quick scroll through previous encounters. What did we fight?
The skeletons might have had short bows.
I think it was the skeleton soldiers that had them. So let me check real quick. That is why or I really hate the search function in PDF sometimes. I searched up bow to figure out which enemies had bows in their inventory, and it's like, oh,
I think
let's
they
start
would've
by
been
looking
short
through
bows,
book
honestly.
3. I think it was short bows, but give me half a moment here just to check.
Sure.
I know where my notes are. That's the stat block I'm looking for. If I could type properly, that would be phenomenal. It was a short bow. Look at that.
I will take a short bow.
All right. Then I will throw that back into the party stash for you. I'll leave the arrows.
Ah, thank you.
Remove that. I will go ahead and sell the bolts for 5 copper. Let's go 5 copper. And I will leave those other consumables for now, for in case you guys decide you want to use them. If you want to sell them at any point, by all means, go right ahead.
Were we using the timeless salts to get out something that was like fragile, or like? That was
You
break?
did use that, yes, specifically on the wedding dress, Araceti's wedding dress.
Oh, yeah, that was tons
Oh,
of money.
yes.
You did
got a
use
ton of
that.
money for
Get
that.
some money out of it.
Yes.
I don't know if we got that money,
Fantastic.
though.
You did.
Did we?
Who was holding on to the black adder venom? Because I can definitely use that as a
Take it.
road.
Take it.
Okay. I
Don't drink it.
Yeah, right.
Technically, drinking it wouldn't do anything because it's an injury poison.
Unless you have an ulcer.
Right.
Does Amenemsu or Nebsu want to take the Hunter's Bane talisman?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to just have it affixed to your armor. You can just use it at the
Can always
time.
take it off later.
Yeah.
I am not trained in survival.
Oh,
Fair enough.
that would be Silas or Amenemsu would be the only people who could use it.
Silas isn't wearing armor anymore, so go ahead. I'm gonna say, like, I mean, it doesn't hurt. Just pop it on. You know, like.
Yeah. So that sounds like that is for you, Amenemsu. Would we like me to just go ahead and directly, before distributing, sacrifice the 18 gold for Nebsu to be cured
Yes.
of his worms?
Yeah, that can come out of party points.
Got worms.
Get
You
rid of
can't
your
help us if he
worms. Fantastic. Then I will convert to everything. In total, that gets you guys about 28 gold apiece for those explorations, with 3 copper pieces left in the party stash.
Amazing.
Because that can't be divided.
I would like to buy a spell heart.
What spell heart are you trying to buy?
Gold coil.
You're level 3, my good.
That was it.
Is it actually? I always forget it's level 3. Finding a
that was-
jolt coil is not particularly difficult. Do you have the 60 gold for it?
I thought it was 30. Never mind.
No.
I'm
Silas has
here.
68 gold. He's gonna buy a gate attenuator if one is available.
A gate Oh, that is level 3, isn't that? Fantastic. I think you can absolutely find one here.
Hooray!
Get your
It's
attack
my
bonus.
It's my potency rune.
Get your higher level potency rune.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
And a spell.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Paizo.
Never let them say they're not looking out for you. They're not, but... fantastic. We'll say you guys spend the better part of the remainder of the morning into the early afternoon here, going about and selling your different items, and doing a bit of purchasing for yourselves as well for whatever people might like to buy, before you end up sort of reconvening outside of the Grand Mausoleum. Nebsu, you having gone there a little bit earlier than everyone else in order to get your disease treated, and getting to meet, thankfully, with just some of the priests there. They're more than happy to treat injuries and diseases for the correct price, so that is easily taken care of for you. And you guys are welcome at this point to acquire your next location, report on your first location, whatever it is exactly you would like to do.
Go send in our report for the last location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have we
Go
compiled
ahead.
the notes.
Go ahead and give me a survival check, or not survival, society check, for how well put together those notes are. Anyone else who was taking notes on the structure is also welcome to do that roll, or specifically roll to aid Amanemsu, depending on what you would prefer.
Do I get a circumstance bonus for actually having them written down?
Yes. I will never not reward note taking. Absolutely. Take a +1 circumstance bonus.
Not bad. 20.
A 20 is pretty good.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 is even better.
Why'd you give yourself a +2 circumstance bonus, huh?
Well, I asked.
Right, and I said you can give yourself a +1 circumstance bonus.
I didn't hear a number.
Oh, well, that's fair.
So 28.
Silas, maps and scribbles are always amazing. There's nothing to be ashamed of with that.
They're all like looking at words. He's like,
Mhm.
here's where the bad stuff in the desert is. It's like, well, okay, great.
Little X's of where all the bodies you guys left behind are. Here's where we killed some heads. Here's
all
where
the
we killed
centipedes
other
things we-
heads.
The monsters we
the
didn't
heads
kill.
with us too.
We have to know that
You guys
Vargul
did bring,
infestation is taken care of.
Did you bring the div head, or at least just one of the Vargul heads with you? Because I do believe you brought a corpse out of the necropolis with you, just as some extra proof and, hey ho, here you go.
Oh, here we
Yeah, just to show the.
Yeah.
I think we did the div head because that's like the big
Constabulary,
one.
I believe so. That was the case, because that was like the actual culprit.
This is what's been causing the disappearances.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Fantastic. Well, with all of that being the case, some phenomenal notes taken, collated between Amanemsu, Silas, Usala, the div head, and just the overall general report. Your total reward for that comes out to 5 platinum pieces this time.
Oh.
Jeez.
Which I will once more transfer out, which is about 12.5 gold to each of you for your efforts.
This might
Oh,
be a
that's funny.
strange time to ask, but am I a silver mask now? He's getting paid. He's like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I am quite excited to have you as a part of the group if you're wanting to stay.
It seems we're short some members now.
Indeed, we could use all the help we can get.
When do I get my mask?
We currently haven't got masks just yet. We're still working on that.
Go get
I think
mine
the t-shirts are
painted
coming up.
silver. By the way, I invested that if that matters.
You know it does.
Or are you just investing your money back into the city?
No, he invested
Same
in
as
the
that.
demon mask.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, I'm
Which-
investing my payday like immediately back in the
Which
economy.
I'm pretty sure is cursed.
It is cursed, and gives us a really
Oh, no.
interesting situation, because the curse of that mask is it can't be removed once it's been put on. But you can just unmanifest yourself. And
At least
all
it's a good item.
and all of your worn equipment inherently just doesn't have something to remain on anymore. So how does that work? I don't want to think
It's up
too
to
hard.
you.
There's just a mask attached to the pommel of the sword forever now.
I think what will end up happening with it is, oh, goodness, I think it will come off anytime you are disanimated, simply because there isn't something for it to be on. But the moment you reconstitute your body, the mask will inherently fly back and reattach itself to you.
That's so creepy.
So, of course, there will be measures you could take to stop that, and if someone else were to put it on and invest in it while you are unmanifested, that would bypass the curse being applied to you, at least.
Is it obvious when I put it on that happens?
It is
or-
no, unless you try to take it off once you've put it on and invest in it.
No, I have no reason to take it off right
Yeah.
now. So
So above table, that's going to be our decision, but you guys in character will not know that's the case until Nebsu disanimates and reanimates the next time.
Did it have an opening in the mouth?
The mask? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's not gonna like starve to death.
No.
Do you need to eat? You're like a sword.
No, I don't eat.
Can you to like enjoy the pleasures of life?
Hmm.
Okay. Best of both worlds then.
We'll probably find out soon because I actually think I'm gonna have it painted silver.
Fair enough.
Hey, there you go.
And with that payout, I will go buy the Jolt Coil.
Got up to just enough to 60.
I have no money left.
Fantastic. Man cannot pay for another room at the inn again.
That sounds cool as shit
20,
that it
21
flies
gold.
back.
If you guys need some gold for something, he's happy to share.
You can always camp out in my parents' yard.
Your parents are so concerned for you and the friends you're making.
Just pitch my tent.
Why does that one look like a demon now?
Right? Fantastic. Well, is there anything you guys would like to do before getting your next location to explore? Or are you ready? You know, as Silas is asking, is he a silver mask now, as you guys are standing in front of the clerk you just got paid by, who looks very confused by this new discussion you're having. What are we thinking? Do we want to take some time and sort of a little bit of downtime, break and relax, or are you guys ready and prepared to get your third and final location?
Ready.
I think after acquiring that short bow and arrows, I'm good.
If we want to spend 2 gold, I can learn the read aura spell now, so we can have that in the future.
Ooh, I can afford full plate now.
Yay, AC. Usala, how are you acquiring
learn to
read
spell it.
aura?
The learn a spell activity. Cantrip price is 2 gold in 1 hour. Just lets me
Yes.
retrain.
Alrighty. Well. What are we doing downtime? I know it sounds... We've gotten Silas and Amenemsu saying they're good to get new location, so Nebsu, Usala...
Yeah, I'm good to get new location now.
Okay.
Because if you want to walk over there while I, like, just go talk to some wizard for an hour, I'll meet you at the entrance.
Works for me.
Okay.
Anyone have 5 copper?
Yeah, I got that.
5 copper for the poor.
Yeah.
Now you are aware, Usala, effectively, you have to switch one out. You're not
Yes.
permanently adding. Okay. Just to make sure you're aware.
I'm switching out my electric arc, which I now have provided for me by the Jolt Coil.
Fair enough. And of course, when it comes to learning a spell, I do not have you roll. Just the time and the money is all you need to do.
Fair
Just to keep things simple. Fantastic. Well, as Usala steps out to go and learn a new spell, and Amenemsu, Silas, and Nebsu, the 3 of you, make your way once more to that sort of fold-out table in the back of the Grand Mausoleum's main hall. The 2 same exhausted-looking clerics seem to be manning the urns as you all approach. Group name, and are you here for your second location?
Yes, the Silver Mass we're finished with the second, and we're ready to receive our third.
Oh. Quite fast, aren't you? I'm sure your reports
Well,
were well documented.
Yes, we made quite a. I think we made more off of the reports than we did the selling the gold. So, yeah. In fact, I think that's what we did.
Well, that's
This is
just
what,
lovely
50?
for you. Let's see. Silver masks. Last we report, you had 4. Now you're down to 3. Pity. Maybe try slowing down and maybe you'll have group members survive.
Yes, our fourth is out learning a new spell, I believe.
Oh, so not dead. Okay. Fair
No.
enough.
No.
Well, let's get this drawing over with. You
Thankfully.
are aware this is your last legal location in the necropolis to explore. Once you have finished this, you are done. You will receive no new locations with which you are legally allowed to enter and plunder.
Yes, sir.
All right. And they will sort of reach into the large jar, fish around, and end up pulling out a tablet that they look over, look slightly confused, and quickly do some cross-referencing with their maps. Alrighty. You all have a temple to go explore, it seems. Likely long abandoned. Current records. It is believed to be dedicated to the god of magic. But our records
Very
on the
well.
location are quite lacking.
Understood.
And they will point to the location to you all on the map, way over here, actually somewhat close to the tomb of Akentepe. And as per usual, you are welcome to any treasures you find inside. Undead are to be put down. Take care not to disturb the dead there. Treat the place with respect. And we will pay you for any notes, observations, and recordings of the place you are able to create and provide to us. All right.
Very well.
Wonderful. Have a lovely day.
And you as well. Thank you. This seems like a rather impressive sight. To be honest, I think I'd really like to do some research. What does everyone else think?
That's fine.
Amenemsu would like to head over to the archive for a bit, meet up with Jedipet, and see if you can find anything on this old temple. You are welcome to do so. What's everyone else doing with this time?
I am waiting at the gates for everyone to show up.
That's right.
Amenemsu left before you got back.
I did. I forgot we were meeting at the gates.
I'll head there and tell them.
Sure.
I'm gonna try and
My mind is on
probably
research.
buy some full plates since my dad's
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. It's easy enough to either head back up to the Iron Crook itself or any of the other sort of blacksmithing shops in the veins and purchase a set of full plate for yourself.
Out of curiosity, does anyone else have Jericho cutting in and out?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh no. Am I truly?
It's been happening
little
for the
bad.
last 10 minutes or so.
Oh goodness. I'm sorry. I might have moved my microphone slightly. I will reposition slightly, and if it gets bad, please let me know again. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
You cut out in the middle of the word sorry.
No. I don't want to do that.
I think Silas will go with Amanemsu.
Sure.
What does research mean?
Amanemsu,
Yes.
I think there's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I did not. I didn't catch it. Sorry.
Silas was just asking him, what does like research mean? Like he's curious.
Research. Yes, it's my favorite thing to do. So these Sandswept archives have a quite extensive collection of texts and historical records, and I like to peruse them when time serves me, and um, it's just so much information, and yeah, you can learn everything, almost everything that you could possibly need to know. And so, yeah, I'd like to check these records and see what they might have for this location.
Oh,
And you can see he's very excited about this.
see that Silas is very disappointed. Reading. Well, there might be something that the desert has given the archives. Let's go.
Yeah. As the two of you make your way into the archive, that large sandstone structure with the magically grown ivy clinging to its arched entryway, inside quite a beautiful space, if not maze-like, due to the large towering shelves blocking the light from the high windows. Numerous reading nooks, the smell of old parchment, ink, and incense. Quite a calming place to some, for certain. As the two of you enter, maybe about 40 seconds it takes for the elderly Ivaran wizard Jedipet to make his way towards you. Oh, Omenemsu, and it seems you've made a new friend. Welcome to the archive. What?
Amadamsu would greet him warmly, but in a rather hushed voice, he will ask about what he knows about this abandoned temple. That um, any temples of Nethys
Oh,
that are in the necropolis.
well, the records of buildings in the necropolis are by far not the most complete in our archives, but let me see what I can find. Yeah, follow me, I'll lead you to the section, and we can spend some time looking together. And for you, I'm sorry I haven't quite caught your name.
Silas Alazier.
Silas, welcome. Are you planning to read up on temples of Nethys as well, or are you looking for other entertainment or knowledge to be gained?
To
Unclear.
an extent.
Unclear. Well, I'm not entirely sure I can help you if you are unclear on what exactly it is you are seeking. Well, you are, of course, free to wander around and look through the tomes at your leisure, but you are also welcome to follow Amenemsu and I to the tomes about the necropolis.
Thank you.
And Amenemsu, if you would like to go ahead and give me some a society check here and some time as you peruse the tomes and see what can be found, you are welcome to do so. Silas, if you would be doing that as well, you're welcome to. If you have other things you'd like to do, you're also welcome.
He'll try and do that. Yeah. Let's see what
You need
Silas
a
does in the
blank.
library.
This can be public. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. Oh,
You
so
sell
close.
my
What
half plate for me.
Yes, you would like to sell it.
Mhm.
Would you like me to? Would you like me to not give you any money and you can just take it out of the cost, or do you want me to actually add the money for you so you can hit the buy button? I'll just give you the money. There you go.
Yeah.
That way you can just hit the buy button from the compendium browser for the full plate. Unless you had already bought it.
Yeah, I'd already bought it.
Well, yep. Definitely want to just give you the money for the half plate then. Silas, that is just the absolute best society check from you.
Mm-hmm.
I really couldn't have asked for anything better from you. As the two of you spend the better part of an hour and a half or so, no dying, stop that. The better part of an hour and a half looking through the tomes, it becomes very clear what Jedipet said. Yeah, the information here is highly incomplete. Most of the records about buildings in the necropolis are actually held at the Grand Mausoleum.
You're cutting out really bad.
Microphone. Poor K fuck. Give me one moment here. Let me check some settings. I'm sorry, everyone. Mic input, yada yada. Give me one moment to disconnect and reconnect and see what happens. I'm gonna do some quick testing. And I'm not going to pause the recording, because fuck that noise. Mic test. Hello? Hello? All sounds good. Yeah. I am returned.
Wow.
Am I sounding better so far?
Ish.
So far, so good.
Ish. That's not good.
It's just the truth. I don't know what you want.
I don't know what's going on. Why is my computer like this? Well, that's highly, highly strange. Makes me feel like some of the connections are loose, but I don't think anything is. So, well, if it happens again, taking some time looking through the sand-swept archive, Amenemsu, Silas, Jedipet, the three of you, spending some time flipping through musty old tomes, trying to find usable information. Ugh. Unfortunately, while some of the tomes on important families and places, family Pentheru, family Manette, that is a bit more complete. The Temple of Nethys, or a Temple of Nethys, interestingly enough, doesn't have any noted information on it that you are able to find at the very least, which might even seem strange to you, Amenemsu, because Nethys is sort of the founding religion of Osirion. So for the necropolis, a place that would have been so important, it seems to you perhaps that a temple of Nethys, at least its existence, would be mentioned in these archives, but you find nothing.
Is there a new temple of Nethys?
There is
that
not
they
one here in
rebuilt?
Wati, actually. The main worship being that of the Lady of Graves, because this pretty much the entirety of Wati could be considered consecrated ground
Oh wow.
to the Lady of Graves. Because they were the ones who came in and actually cleansed the necropolis, the old city of Wati, built the walls, and rebuilt the city from there. So it is very much the dominant religion here by a wide margin. So Nethys is still, of course, worshipped by people, but there is no direct center of faith for the deity here.
Mhm.
So, well, the two of you find that out. Across town a little bit, Usala, you finish up a bit of learning, finding one of the many, many minor magicians around Wati, and with a little bit of money, they absolutely help teach you a basic cantrip. And you are able, just sort of waiting at the gates for a little while. Eventually, Nebsu, in a newer and much nicer set of armor, makes his way over to you.
Well, that looks very nice.
The others are researching.
I thought it seemed like you were taking a lot of time.
Knowing I'm an Emsu, they'll be there for a while.
Well, I will go assist. By the time I get there, they'll be done. But I don't know that.
Oh, you were supposed to head into the necropolis with just the two of you. Come on.
Yeah,
How
we're
could you-
suicidal like that.
How could you not let me ambush you?
I will go ahead and go get my mask painted and discover the horrifying truth.
And discover that it doesn't come off.
Oh, oh, well,
When that happens, do you have the painter, who's also horribly confused, just paint it while it's on your face, or do you
Yeah,
figure out a
pretty
bit
much.
about the disanimating at that point?
I guess I'll roll recall knowledge to see
Sure.
if I know what's going on.
Yeah,
I do have
absolutely.
cursed lore. Should I
Go
just
ahead and roll
cursed
that
lore?
blind, yeah. Since it seems the basic action macros do not wish to cooperate today. What the hell is going on with them?
Yeah.
They are just completely and utterly
Agreed.
broken. Wonder if Workbench had a strange update today. Yeah, I would say with that curse lore check, Nebsu, you would actually get a pretty good idea of the entirety of the curse on this. That being, it is not eligible to be removed once it is put on, and if you were to die whilst wearing it, it will cause your head to pop off your corpse, becoming a beheaded. One of those, not a Vargul, just the severed heads, but a true undead at that point instead of a fiend.
Hey then.
You'll be fine, just don't die.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I'll just have the painter paint it on my face.
Okay. Fantastic.
I'm certainly not going to test it in front of him.
Entirely sensible. If you want to drop a few coppers, you're welcome to. I will not force a payment for the painting, though. And while you are doing that, Usala, you make your way over to the Sandswept Archive right around the same time Amenemsu and Silas are making their way out.
You were right.
Apparently, I should have just gone with you to get the location and then split up afterward.
Well,
I see your. I hope your research went well.
that's the sound of success right there.
Sure is.
Is everyone alive?
Silas has no comment about the research.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say Eminem Sue's definitely perplexed. He's deep in thought. Like our guy's having such little is rather getting to him.
Well, by the time you guys finish all of your shopping, all of your reporting, all of that jazz, and meet back up, it is pushing 3 in the afternoon at this point. So you guys are certainly welcome to head into the necropolis, but if you would like to do anything else, you are, of course, welcome to do that as well.
Do we want to maybe scout out the area around it and then take the evening and then come at it fresh in the morning? It seems a bit late to really go at this whole hog.
Not like we're in a hurry. We've already got our third location.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Then, as you guys begin to make your way into the necropolis, let's go ahead and determine what exploration activities people are taking and make any relevant rolls.
Search. Yay!
Fantastic.
Pretty much always.
I'm going back
Yeah,
to
I'll
detect
stay
magic.
on search.
Okay.
Avoid notice.
You said detect magic, Usala?
Detect magic.
Sure.
Repeat a spell. Detect magic.
Yep. I don't know what it is. I was just confirming I heard you properly. Well, for our people searching, let's get those perception checks. And for our person avoiding notice, let's get that roll, please.
It never goes well.
I believe.
I think I had 120 and then like 3
You
ones
did.
or something. Yeah, it was like
Your first few rolls were not great, but then you ended up getting like a single good one at one point. And in this case, your luck seems to be turning around as you definitely managed to be avoiding everyone's notice in the group as you guys progress into the necropolis.
Dun dun dun.
Surely nothing will go wrong, right?
I mean, it's only a giant city of the dead. I mean,
Yeah.
As we're going, I'll be like, so you guys missed a curse on this mask.
Is it bad? You don't seem that worried about it.
I don't know what'll I can't take it off. I don't know what'll happen if I
well, it's a good thing it looks good on you.
turn back into a sword only. But if a normal human wearing this dies, their head flies around by itself afterwards.
Oh,
It's an undead
That's
head.
how enchanted swords get made.
well, we'll endeavor not to let you die. I guess. We were already going to do that, but I guess now even more so.
Agreed.
We'll have a level -1 undead to deal with if you do.
Oh no.
The real horror. Fantastic. All right, as you guys progress into the necropolis, walking now even somewhat familiar streets to yourselves, as there's only so many options for your direction to go, and you took the route to the tomb of Akhentepe already. I mean, it's a hot spring day. The sun's beating down on you. It's those same silent streets. Dust and sand sort of covering everything, the wind blowing them around slightly, everything sort of disintegrating into rubble after these centuries of neglect. As you guys are making your way forward, Nebsu and Amenemsu, you both notice something as you're walking down one of these sort of streets where the buildings are in slightly better condition. There's a well in the middle of the road, there's some greenery growing, and the sound of blades being drawn quietly, still at a distance, meets your ears.
Amenemsu would immediately stop. Which area are we in currently?
At this point, I would say you guys are probably somewhere around here, having perhaps like made your way up, staying off of Acrid Street, and then sort of coming back down towards the center where the temple is.
Okay.
And the blades sound was over here?
It was not terribly far ahead of you. It might be easier were I to give you guys a better visual representation.
Ah.
Do love the visuals.
We love useful visuals.
Indeed, we do.
We're coming in from the left.
Yeah. Ish. There's not a direct compass on this. Usala staying 30 feet
Usala
back
just
from the
like
group.
leaves, just like bye, off the map.
I'm stuck on 1%.
I just wanted my ghost vision.
Hears the sound of blades, decides to walk away. Not my problem.
They can't stab me if I'm all the way over there. But I can hit them with lightning all day long.
That's what you think.
Oh no.
So you guys hear this sound. Amenemsu seems to be stuck in map loading hell. Goodness, this Foundry server seems cursed today.
Yeah,
I like that.
Indeed. But he's basically gonna go duck and hide, and run stealth if he can.
Thinking broken modern Osirion, and he very loudly Nebsu starts saying, "Man, I'm bored. I really want to kill some people." I hope we get jumped at some point so that we can put some people down.
Like you're insane.
And I want to intimidate.
Just
You know what? I think I will allow you to just roll your intimidation for initiative here. What the
And do you mind if I roll stealth?
You were seeking as your investigate action, so I am going to keep you on perception here.
I can roll stealth.
You will be rolling stealth, Silas.
I'm so
Yes.
sneaky.
He's so sneaky.
I wish I could sneak. I've got a +11 in stealth.
Well, you could be avoiding notice.
I mean, yeah, but then I guess we got one person doing perception.
So, we will have you all go ahead and roll initiative here. There are seemingly a few individuals that have drawn blades in the shadow of some of these close-by buildings. Nebsu, you specifically see two individuals much further away, where the sunlight glints off of the sharpened steel of arrowheads rather than blades.
Oh, I guess we're all just rolling terribly.
Yeah, Usala, please redeem them.
Yay!
Huzzah.
I think what do they
Usually
see?
10 higher.
And Nebsu, you do not happen to have the battle cry feat, do you?
No.
Okay. So yeah, we'll keep you on effectively rolling that intimidation for initiative here, but no free intimidate as you roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 on the dice.
Very
I rolled a
good,
2 as
trust
well.
me. Well, some of these guys are going to get to go before Usala. Oh,
I
go
would
ahead.
like to, since I noticed that, I would like to have said, preferably 2 of them will have bows and arrows. And another just a blade.
Fair enough. As
Just to warn
you
everybody, there's guys with bows.
as you stand there shouting that out, one of these guys will sort of walk out from around the corner over by the well, blade already drawn, and will call back out, "Well, if you insist, be rude of us not to oblige, right, boys? I think you got something wrong, though." And he will sheathe his blade and draw a bow himself and take a shot.
Let's see.
I see you've chosen death.
His best shot is going to be against you here, Amenemsu, with the short bow. And unfortunately, he's at a range penalty at this distance. So he is going to
Yay.
miss because of that. That is the entirety of his first turn. And the next guy over here...
Oh my goodness, you almost that double range penalty too.
I know. Well, it's a 60-foot range increment on the bow.
Here,
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, short bows are 60 foot. So
No, I thought they were 30.
no.
Oh, no. I'm thinking volley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volley is 30 foot. So actually,
Misspelled.
had I moved him better and he was closer, he would have been in the correct range increment, but that's my fault for not measuring it out in advance.
Yay, huzzah!
This guy over here...
That one square out made a miss.
I
That's
know.
rough.
That's a bit unfortunate for sure. 25. This guy's going to use 2 actions to come charging around the edge of the building like this. And is actually going to swing his blade at you, Usala.
Oh. It's into the tree.
How rude, right?
Hello.
As he is going to strike with his kopesh at you. The blade flashing outwards and, unfortunately, being just as ineffectual as his friend.
Just take the hit on my arm.
And hey-ho,
Lights
it's
on
your
my
turn,
iron
Usala.
Remember you wanted this.
Can I take it back?
No.
What if I said sorry?
Tell it to Pharasma.
Damn, okay.
Jam. Yeah.
Hitting him with that electric arc right off rip. That is a natural 19 on his roll.
Yeah.
So he will take a little bit of electric
Ooh, damage.
Let's
go.
go. Which, hey, actually still seems to be quite a decent amount on this guy. He's, like, wearing very light, you guys would easily recognize it as padded armor. He's got a kopesh and a bow. He looks like this. Great artwork. And he doesn't...
desert clothing.
Right.
There you go.
He doesn't look particularly strong. He looks like your sort of run-of-the-mill thug you'd find in, like, a shady alleyway in any busy city.
Is he wearing any identifying, like, regalia? Like,
Nothing you can see at a quick glance. If you wanted to spend time on your turn, you could certainly attempt, like, a seek action to look for that, but you
No,
don't
it's
see
easier to do
anything
that when we're dead.
obvious.
Someone put you boys up to this, or are you just feeling lucky?
He is not going to respond to that question. And that is going to bring us to this person way back here. Surely the range penalty at this
there's another.
distance.
Oh, there's so. Oh my god, there's
Yeah.
so many back there.
There's so many.
Wait a second.
Um,
Oh my god.
yeah, this person is going to step out from around the wall, is going to look at you, Amenemsu, and just sort of take the arrow they've drawn and draw it in front of their neck in a slicing motion in order to go ahead and make a shot at you. You have been hunted
giant-
prey.
You're trying to do an intimidate. He's pretty.
No, it was not an intimidation, it was a hunt prey on you.
That's fun.
Oh god.
I thought that giant horn they had was like a great bow or something. I was really impressed.
No, the bow is on their back.
Yeah.
But the nice thing I want to check.
God damn, is that a mammoth tusk? Shit. Mammoths in desert.
Trying to figure out
Dope.
why that is turning on. It should be.
Looks like a rib.
Yeah. It's the classic poacher artwork.
Nice.
Interesting. Well, I don't know why that's tried to turn off, so I will just keep that on, and if I figure it out
If
later,
they're
oh well.
poachers, I wonder if they're affiliated with the goons we stopped the other day.
Oh wow. Nice
That is
shot.
going to be an exact hit, which unfortunately, because of their funny version of Hunt Prey, they get a little bit of bonus precision damage against you here.
Inked.
Not even. It's a D4 bonus damage, but that is going to be
That's
10.
adorable.
Yeah, it's the like precision thing Rangers can take as their type.
Yeah.
It's the first time they hit their designated prey in a round, they deal a D4 precision damage. But
Baby ranger.
the arrow sails through the burning sunlight and for the first time does actually manage to strike you in the upper arm and draw blood on Amenemsu. That does, however, do it for their turn. And that will bring us to another thug who's going to sort of leap over the railing here. And is going to switch over to their short bow and take a shot at you again, Amenemsu. You seem like the easier target between you and the heavily armored Nebsu.
I'm small. I'm a small guy. What the hell?
Look, it's either you or the guy wearing heavy armor with a silver mask on their head.
Look, you
gleaming
shoot
in the
Lex
sunlight.
Luthor. It makes sense.
Yeah,
It just looks like a villain.
Yeah.
That is
Damn.
going to be a hit as well. For pretty high damage still, another 7 points of piercing into you. That does it for their turn. We're on to the final poacher who gets to go before you will be up, Silas. And this person is going to sort of step out into the open as well. They started there. 25. Yeah. They are going to... they will hunt prey on you, Usala, and even though the danger is evident to them, they are going to take the shot against you. Which will mean you have lesser cover here, but because of basic action macros, that doesn't want to work right now. So we'll just know that your AC should be 1 higher.
Was it stack with my... Is shield a circumstance bonus or a status bonus?
Shield should be a status bonus. Oh, no, it is circumstance bonus, which means it will not stack with lesser cover, because those are both circumstance bonuses. Interesting. So your AC will remain as is. Against this fine archer's shot. That whiffs horrendously. And Silas, that brings us to your turn. As far as you can tell,
Oh, composite shoulder.
right now you are hidden to these guys.
Nice.
However, of
Is
course...
this your first time trying to assassinate someone?
Great, so he'll run away.
Perfect.
The desert calls me back. Great.
Silas just
well,
buries himself in the sand.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. He's hidden. I mean, You channel elements because he doesn't walk around with that active. Maybe you should change that.
If you think you would have had it active, you can have
Oh
it
no,
on.
he deactivated it when he
Okay.
went into the archives. 'cause,
Fair enough.
But as part of that, he will throw. Oh, yay, great.
Collaborations are really a bad place to have that active.
Exactly. Like he's thoughtful enough, but he will throw some water out at this person right there.
Sure thing.
You should leave while you can.
Oh shit, there's another one.
Probably doesn't hit.
It does still hit. Even with the increased AC from cover, he should have that will hit.
Ooh, look at that big damage.
Let's go.
And then let's see. Jeez, this is not
If
great.
we're getting in with the water and lightning damage at the same time, is there like a bonus for that?
No,
Sadly,
unfortunately,
no.
we're not playing Divinity 2 right now.
Well,
Sad.
it could be. I think he's gonna.
Hey, y'all want to stop playing Pathfinder and go play Divinity?
Yeah, sure. I think he's gonna throw another one.
Okay.
A man. Hey.
That's
Good
still a hit.
Really
Hey, let's
consistent
go.
here.
King of consistency.
And then he'll touch Amanemsu.
And
You seem to take a lot of hits.
Small.
God, he's a
Why is everyone always picking on me?
Now, I do hate to say, if you had to channel elements as your first action, do you have a fourth action to Ocean's Balm?
When you channel elements, you also can do a one action.
Oh, you are
blast.
absolutely right. Thank you for the reminder. You are quite literally the only person I have playing a kineticist right now, so I am bound to forget things.
Otherwise, I would have just done. That's what I was like. I might as well strike with this
Yeah,
other action
hey.
I have. I don't want to move. So.
Why not? All right, Nebsu, go have fun. Do fighter things.
casual 4 actions is crazy.
5-foot step.
And you can drag the effect in case you get hit with fire damage.
Yeah.
In case. Not that I want to wish that upon you, but
Whoa, fire
What
damage
now?
be upon ye. What, Nebsu?
Oh, was he talking to me about taking fire damage?
no, Amanemsu
Oh.
can drag the ocean balm effect on.
Oh,
Nebsu.
okay.
I'll give him some
Yeah.
fire resistance.
So this will be a snagging strike, of course.
Sure.
Boop.
A casual boop ruining this man's day.
Silas did 3 damage. You think you can do more than that?
Just my base is 4, so
Silas did 3 damage twice. So here's the funny thing, Nebsu. I don't know if you ever had it in your mind of potentially showing any form of mercy to these guys. But you sure as shit don't show it to this first guy. As you reach out and grab towards him and slice into his head, and your blade bites deep into his upper chest just underneath the neck. Notably, though, he does have a reaction. These thugs, for whatever reason, have ferocity, and he uses his reaction to remain at 1 hit point.
He just
so
signed his death
Nebsu
warrant.
like stabs him and then starts to look at the next guy, and then he's like, "Wait a minute."
This guy, like, staggers back against the ruins slightly, and himself honestly looks a bit surprised why he's still standing.
So 1 action left. Yep, I'll just swing again. Screw it.
Sure.
Very good.
See ya.
He's
Oh,
so dead.
Oh, goodbye.
He has been
I'm
obliterated.
gonna roll it because I want to see it, but
Oh,
Oh,
I got that
ew.
shitty roll out of my way.
there you go. As you both look surprised, honestly, that he was still standing, and before this guy can even process that he lived that, you quickly rectify your mistake, and his head goes flying into the sand. Okay.
Free intimidation check.
I'm an Nemsu. Nebsu never fails to scare me at least.
Well, let's
Want to
see
run out
here.
there? Make it easier for them to hit you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sounds like a
I
great
think what I'm going
plan.
to do, yeah, I would like to use some of this black adder venom on some arrows.
Sure.
Can you do more than you can do more than one?
If it is
arrow, correct?
ammunition, I believe.
Sounds
Goodness.
right.
It's either 1 or you can put it on 10. I have to check that real quick.
I didn't think it was a full 10. I thought it was like more like 5 or something like that.
5's such a lame number.
I know. Well, I didn't think they wanted it to be super OP, but
Let me
Or-
see. You can certainly
Yeah,
put it on
perfect.
1 to start. Are we assuming you had it in your hand already?
the black adder venom.
Yeah.
No, I would have
Okay.
to pull it out of.
You would have to spend an action to
reachable.
pull it out.
Consumable. Yes.
Uh,
And then one action to apply it. And another action, I think, to take out my short bow, because I don't think I had that one out.
I leave that entirely
You
up
have
to
quick
you
draw,
guys.
though, don't you?
That is a
I
good
feel
call.
like generally we like walking around with the weapons like at least in hand.
And you do have quick draw, so you absolutely could draw that and still attack as a single action.
Oh, yes, okay. Then yes, I will go ahead and do that. Oh my goodness, here we go. Arrows, 40. Yay! And then use the Blackadder Venom? Is that just... and that'll
Just put it
apply
into
to-
chat first, because otherwise it will not actually do anything. Fantastic. So I did do a quick look up, and in case, unless I'm missing something, you technically are only applying it to a single piece of ammunition.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
The benefit
I
is
think
that
I'll
a
hold on to
poison
that
on,
then.
like... Yeah, go ahead. The benefit is that a
Yeah.
poison on a melee weapon lasts at least until you hit, so even if you miss, the poison is still there, but because ammunition is
Yeah,
technically
yeah.
destroyed on use, it would be fully
okay.
wasted. if
Yeah,
you
I'm definitely
missed.
going to hold on to that.
Yeah,
then.
absolutely. Do you need another dose in your inventory? Did you delete it already?
Nope,
Okay,
I haven't. I
perfect.
haven't used it until we figured out how that was gonna work.
Perfect. Then yes. All good. And you are also
Yeah,
more than welcome at some
hello.
point to pre-apply your poison if you would like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'll get into better use of that.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I haven't really used a whole lot of poisons because I feel like sometimes it's just not that good.
They're not
you know?
commonly used. There are some that are
Until it works.
really good.
Yeah.
If you think you want to get into them, there's a very good magic item I could absolutely get set up for you to find at some point.
Also,
Yeah, I
pretty good
think
feat, I know,
I
though.
think I would to keep my options open.
Yeah.
Being a rogue, definitely, and with intelligent rogue, options would definitely help.
Mhm. For anyone interested in the item, it is the
Speaking
Reaper's
of,
Lancet.
I am going to.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you still have your full set of actions at this point, then, and you can quick draw and fire only as a single action.
Right. I'll go ahead and do a recall knowledge on these boys.
Go for it.
Obviously, they're humans, but hey,
Human guy.
it works.
So just roll society for the recall knowledge since the macro is not
Gotcha.
working.
So no ancient Osirion or undead. Definitely not undead.
If you had regular Osiriani lore or specifically Wati lore, that would work.
Ooh.
Should technically be blind, but it really doesn't matter because these guys are level 0 street thugs. So, that is specifically, though, a crit success on the recall knowledge, so he will absolutely be off guard to you.
Oh yeah.
And do you have any questions about them?
Not particularly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Best way to kill them.
Damage.
Pincushion. Okay, here we go.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Absolutely a hit. Just
Hey.
barely missing the crit, actually.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. He's off guard to you for a minute now because you crit succeeded
yeah,
your
that's
recall
true.
knowledge.
That's really cool.
Mastermind Rogue goes wild. And a
Yeah.
full 8
Oh,
points
and
of
he's off guard
damage
to me, so
hurts.
he gets. Yeah, I get my
Mhm.
precision on him, don't I?
Mastermind Rogue go
Uh,
crazy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that again.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
That's another hit.
Almost got it. I don't think it.
You do get sneak attack.
Really?
Yeah, it is on any attack where the enemy is off guard, you get sneak attack. It is not like 5e where you only get it once per turn.
Yeah, you
And
have less dice, but you can proc it multiple times.
yes. And on 2 shots from you, Amanemsu, that is enough. 1 into each eye of this guy, real quick from a distance. You're not sure how he's still standing with an arrow sticking out of each eye, but he is.
So he's got the blinded condition then, at least, right?
Sure. Fuck it.
Instantaneous rigor mortis.
I think
how you
that's
describe
fair.
it. Let's keep this
Yeah.
real.
Hey,
This is one of the.
if I'm going to
this is one of the
describe
rare
things for
3
cool
eyes.
flavor, then I might as well go all the way. I do believe that does it for your turn, though.
That is it for me. That is all three.
Fantastic. That leaves us with one guy left who's sort of in a building, is going to come out 15, 25 feet with his first action, and is going to switch over to a bow as well and fire it at you, Nebsu. Short bow. Misses. Classic.
And hits Kamenetsu.
And moving on to the second round, starting with our guy in the back, he is going to sort of reposition a little bit next to the guy who's been blinded pretty much. And he is going to take 2 shots at you, Nebsu. Certainly he can't roll poorly, right?
Right?
Note, he rolled poorly. He continued to roll poorly.
Jeez.
Gaming. Usala, that brings us back over to you. The threat directly in front of you is taken care of, but these guys are now quite a distance away.
I like it to walk closer to them so they can shoot me better.
A conundrum, isn't it?
I can't get into 30 feet of 2. Oh, wait. I can exactly get into 30 feet of 2 of them. Alright. Well. I think I have 30 speed from my fleet, or did they put me at 25? Put me to 25 because my scales are too heavy.
Yes.
God damn it. If I'm here or there. Healing gets me 1. Okay. Well, then I'm not going to go make it easier for them to shoot me.
To be fair, you guys are basically all within their first range increment anyways at this point.
That's true. We're really just out. I'll take one of these unharmed. They're all the same. All look the same.
Pretty much, yeah.
Actually, which one hunt prey to me?
This was the guy who responded to you guys first arriving. This was the guy who hunt preyed you way in the back.
And this one has the other one.
That one is the one who hunt preyed Amanemsu, yes.
Range on force for 120. Fuck you.
What?
No, not you. Them. I'll give you a second rank force barrage.
Okay, how many actions?
3.
Okay. Boy howdy.
Oh, it only heightens every 2.
Yes.
I'll give you a first rank force barrage.
Wondering when you noticed that.
Just now.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll that 3d4 plus 3. I guess it would technically be higher because of Sorcerer's Potency.
I guess the potency would give it +1 damage.
Yeah. Good damage rolls.
Classic Usala turn.
Oh, fantastic. Ready? We'll inject and then combine. Look at that full combination, baby. 9 total force damage. Beautiful. Which will bring us back to the one who hunt preyed on Amenemsu. There are sort of multiple people in the way at this point, and by multiple people, I simply mean Nebsu. So, they are going to start with just an arrow over at you, Amenemsu. Because I didn't ask last time, but you are getting attacked. You have Nimble Dodge if you would like to use it.
I do. Yes, I will.
Okay.
Does that
It
hurt?
is... Nimble Dodge technically is supposed to be used when you are targeted with an attack, which always makes it a little bit situationally useful, but we will absolutely go ahead and make that attack here. You have a +2 to your AC. You're also, that will not stack with the cover, because that's also a circumstance bonus, so just a +2 to your normal AC here. Which I believe will still hit, unfortunately.
Ooh.
For a moderate 11 points of piercing damage as the arrow comes from downtown and as you try and sort of step out of the way from what you perceive its intended path to be. The wind picks it up slightly and just glances a blow across your shoulder.
Isn't your AC
I'm
20?
taking that blow from you.
He is... Why was that different? Your AC is 20 normally. So actually, I'm sorry, that was a miss. Take your health back. I thought you had toggled Nimble Dodge on, which would have increased your AC, but it did not, so your AC is technically 22, and that does miss. Good catch, Nebsu. Good catch indeed. Nimble Dodge.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't automatically trigger it. That's interesting.
No, there's a specific toggle in
When
your
I do it,
actions
yeah.
tab that you have to hit. And if you toggle that on, it adjusts your AC.
There it is.
So, well, with that being the case, they're just going to shoot you again. Since they did not actually get any damage off, they are going to keep going for that shot. Getting a big old whiff this time, and once more, just cuz. Unfortunately, is just continuing to miss. Dodging out of the way of the first one, the other two are much easier to see. The one in the back who hunted prey on Usala is actually going to change their targeting to Nebsu. They're going to re-hunt prey on you. And if they move up to there, then they can absolutely get a shot on you where you don't have cover. So they are going to do exactly that. And I get a hit off, yippee!
Yay.
Their first shot of the turn, their only shot this turn, finding a chink in that brand new armor of yours, Nebsu, and managing to strike a blow in. But that does it entirely for their turn. Silas, we are back over to you.
Great. I think he will go ahead and help our little melee friend. 4 wins.
A
They can
classic.
move up to half their speed if they like.
Yeah.
I think Silas is just going to move there.
So Amenemsu, Nebsu, each of you can move half speed if you'd
Sala,
like.
if you want as well.
Usala stepped
Round up
away,
or
so I'll tell him
down?
when he backs. It would be rounded down, so you could move 10 feet. Because it's up to half your speed, so you could technically move up to 12.5 feet. What that movement speed? Amenemsu, you can move up to 15 feet here if you'd like.
15. I'm gonna take a gamble.
Love it.
I'm gonna do something a little different.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Hey,
A space with a tree trunk right there.
it's a tree. Okay.
And yeah, that space kind of has the full building space there, but I'll allow it.
Right, and this guy, we got this guy near death.
Yeah.
Silas a killer. These guys are attacking us to kill us,
Yeah,
right?
they
Like, it's
started
pretty
it.
obvious. But they're like,
Yeah,
they're not using
like-
non-lethal force, so yeah, we'll
Usala,
target that guy.
if you would like to move up to half your speed, you may, because of Silas's 4 wins.
Sure.
You don't have to.
It's well, half is 10.
Yeah. It'd be 12 and a
What do you
half, and
mean?
you move up to that.
What do you mean covered?
Oh, this guy's just getting bullied. An arrow in each eye, and before he can do anything else, a blast of
That
water.
consistency, it's always 3 on the T8.
3 has been the number.
Consistency is king.
That's Silas, right?
Alrighty. Nebsu, we are over to you then.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Usala, you cannot end a movement not in a grid space.
Damn it.
Don't try and pull that shit. What's the point of using a grid?
Making it quick.
Nebsu just casually strolling into enemy lines.
What are they
Sadly,
gonna
I
do,
used
stop him?
2 actions.
Okay.
To get there.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't help
And
you too much.
because they have that weird thingy to stay alive, they could flank me next turn.
They could. The horror.
Boop. So, my only attack of the round.
Yeah. Well, knowing you, I think you only need 1 attack. I'm just going to set his health to 1 here.
Is there such a thing as super crit?
No. Yeah, he absolutely has to use ferocity to stay alive, sort of stumbling backwards as the force of nature that is Nebsu approaches. And Amenemsu, that does bring us to your turn.
Okay.
That was a snagging strike, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Now, if I break line of sight on them, does that give me an automatic stealth roll?
No, you
Or-
still have to use a roll. You still have to attempt to hide.
Right.
If
Okay.
you
and
want to
then
be hidden from them.
attempting to hide is 1 action, correct?
It is. And then sneaking is further actions beyond that if you want to move afterwards. So it's almost beneficial to do a movement first and then attempt to hide. Depending on
So
where you're
15
going.
there. And then 15 here for 1.
Okay.
20 here. 10 here.
Trying to skate around the outside.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to do... Now, if I did a stealth up to here, that would be half my speed, correct?
Correct.
And a stealth roll?
Yep.
Okay.
But let me check real quick, because sometimes you have to be hidden before you can attempt. But no, you're all good to just go ahead. Because you're technically, you make a sneak roll at the end of your movement, you compare that to the perception DC of all creatures you were hidden or undetected from at the start of that movement.
Okay. And then you want that stealth roll as a... Dang it. Nope.
Yeah.
It didn't give me the option.
Uh-oh. Foundry is jank. So yeah, it's a weird situation because technically you would have needed to be hidden first. But I will allow it in this case because you're doing something fun. And what is the point of playing Pathfinder if not to have fun?
Okay. This should... Now it should give me the... Yep, there it goes. Now it's giving me the option to
All
check it. To choose it. Okay. Do you want me to redo it as hidden? Or...
Please do so, yes.
Okay.
Blind stealth roll, please. Wonderful. Fantastic, even.
Wunderbar.
One might say delectable. Well, that is going to bring us back to the guy who's been snagged by Nebsu and really doesn't know what to do with his life at this point, aside from maybe pray.
Running away is always an option.
It is. It is. And you know what? I am going to give him a will save here, just to see. Whack! So I roll my dice.
Hey, he failed.
Actually,
What-
oh,
what
I
if he
hit the
just turned
delete
into
button.
blood?
He jumps down the well.
I tried to roll my die and I fumbled and it flew up onto my keyboard and hit the delete key.
That's insane.
That is... Hey, I think that is quite literally saying the dice have
Dice still
spoken.
strike.
Nebsu, would you like to roll a reactive strike for me? Just to confirm it.
Yeah, I guess.
Specifically because, based on what appeared on the die, he was going to use an interact action to swap his bow for his Kopesh.
Oh, so he was definitely trying to keep.
Yes, he did not appear like he was going to run. At least not
I'll
yet.
manipulate.
Mama didn't teach that boy.
A 15 would have still hit them.
Oh, okay.
15 is their base AC.
Whee! Max damage.
Yeah, he's so dead. He didn't know what hit him. That is going to lead us to seemingly the leader of these thugs right here, who has a bow out still. Did just see you stab his friend so hard that his body vanished from existence. But he's a brave boy. He's going to draw his Kopesh and charge at you. Surely nothing will go wrong with this, right? Something went very wrong with this. Usala, that brings us back over to you.
That was his whole turn?
He switched his weapon, moved forward, and made a single strike. He is now using a free action to reflect on his life choices.
Yeah. They all moved exactly out of blast range of each other. Not very nice.
Well, sucks.
Alright, we're gonna force barrage this guy again, and we're not gonna roll 3 ones.
I believe in you.
I guess I should have taken my Imperial Blood Magic.
Yeah,
Do the AC.
sure.
Not like I'm getting attacked anyway.
I can fix that.
No, that's okay. Let me do these faster. There we go.
Hey ho!
Only 1-1. We'll take it.
12 total damage. Is definitely hurting. But that does it for your turn and brings us to the poachers. The one that hunted prey on Amenemsu no longer has line of sight on him at the moment. So, they are going to... They're going to stride to about here. They are going to hunt on Silas and take a shot at him. No longer further outside of range increment, so they get a full attack off here for a 27.
It just hits you.
Just barely. For a pretty average roll of 9 total damage into you from the arrow flying forth. And this poacher over here is currently hunting Nebsu. They
That was the one hunting me.
They switched to Nebsu on their last turn.
Ah, well, you stepped away. Okay.
Yeah. They are simply going to take a shot at Nebsu here with their first action. Why not? And miss horrendously. Surely, the dice will not punish me for making 3 strikes in 1 turn.
Are they a fighter?
There's a 20 on every die.
They're a ranger.
Well-
Seriously, who hired you guys? Were you like a copper each?
Hey, this one's been pulling their weight so far. This one managed to hit Nebsu last round. Just seeing Nebsu approach is kind of terrifying if you haven't figured that out.
Oh yeah, he made this guy. He punched this guy so hard he doesn't exist anymore.
And he has a creepy mask now.
And he
And
has
he
the
looks
silver
like a demon.
mask. Silas, we are back.
Oh, did you
over
paint
to
it silver?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's an
Silas is
actual
still waiting
silver. You
for
guys
his.
are the actual silver masks now.
Hooray.
I'm so proud
We
of
have-
you.
So we have a mascot.
Shut up.
All right, so he'll move there. I think
That
he
was
like
good.
looks at all of them. I don't know why you're throwing your lives away.
Oh.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh boy, howdy. Well, go ahead and
keep
roll
pushing
that
in the
reflex
well.
save, I suppose.
Oh, sorry, I didn't target them.
No,
My
all
fault.
good. You don't have to target them when
Oh,
calling
okay.
for saves.
Please crit fail on the boss, please.
Just a regular failure on this guy. So he will take the full 9 points of damage, and each of the poachers in the back will take half damage. As your tidal wave comes crashing out and forcefully shuts down your gate.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Nebsu, commit violence.
Nemesis are terrifying.
Yeah. He kind of tilts his head and looks at this guy, and then just says, or doesn't say anything, and just ignores him and walks by.
Wow.
25 feet and just stands in front of these guys now.
Well, that's just cruel.
You're gonna steal my kill.
Oh, I'm not. I'm going after
No,
the,
it's fine. It's fine. It's
the
fine.
guy that's not super hurt yet. Yet being the opposite.
The one that needs to take 2 crits to die. Yeah.
That's an exact hit.
Okay. It is a snagging
Yep.
strike.
Yeah, I figured pretty much. I think we talked about it. Your first attack every turn is pretty much always just going to be a snagging strike.
Yep.
Definitely hits them. Injures them further.
And then. Yeah, he'll just attack again. Screw it. There's a hero point on every die. Well, 3 dies. 3 dies a session.
Oh.
That's another hit.
Well, so,
They lived a full Nebsu turn. There's a chance. Except, unfortunately, Amenemsu goes now.
oh, beautiful.
Am I able to
right here.
peek around this corner?
For looking, yes. For actual attacking purposes, no.
I'll
You would
have
have
to
to
make a
fully
5 step.
move.
Yeah. Well, might as well make that as stealthily as possible.
Sure. However, just for your reference, this guy is just permanently off guard right now by Nebsu. So I don't know who you're thinking of attacking, if anyone, but there is one who is already off guard.
Yeah, probably that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've
you
got
are
to move
still
anyways. Might as well do
welcome
it
to sneak.
stealthily. Blind GM.
Yes, please.
Sneak 101. Do it anyway.
As a true rogue would. Fantastic. You may move your 15 feet.
Okay. Target.
By 15 feet, we mean 5. Ooh.
Killed me like that.
Unfortunately, that is not going to hit, but hey, you have hero points if you want to use them.
You know what? I do, and I keep forgetting that we have 3 of them.
You've got 3 of them.
Yeah.
I should not have
like it.
reminded you.
Worthwhile.
You're a hero
Uh-oh.
now.
I finally did it. I did something.
I
Murder
made a
you.
mistake.
Yeah, pin that guy's chest, Amenemsu's. Or pin his
What?
her to Amenemsu's chest.
Nepsus, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. That's gonna be enough as they're focused on trying to avoid Nebsu's blows. They're absolutely not paying attention to the arrow that just sticks them in the back of the head from behind. And they collapse to the ground.
And keep on keeping on.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Your position is given away by the first attack, of course.
Die anyways.
I think that can be arranged. Uh-oh.
All right. That's only a d6.
Oh, that's enough to keep them alive.
All right. And I
but
think that's
just
3 for me.
barely. All right. This final thug, the one who sort of came out and spoke in response to Nebsu's shouted challenge, is going to look around and take stock of the situation and rub his chin. You know, I think I just remembered I have an appointment elsewhere. It's been an absolutely wonderful time meeting you all, and I gotta go.
Bye, Tim.
And he's gonna run away. Usala, it's up to you.
It's canon that one of these guys always survives. And his name is Tim.
And his name is Tim.
I'll call out to the guy at like 1 HP. Like, you ready to surrender yet?
Give me your choice of diplomacy or intimidation.
I give diplomacy,
Sure.
as I am untrained in intimidation and expert in diplomacy.
A truly balanced run. This person is going to sort of look around, see, you know, all the other dead guys, see Nebsu with the terrifying silver mask on, Amenemsu with his bow, Silas. None of you guys particularly injured at this moment in time, and himself barely alive still. If I surrendered, you promise not to kill me.
Yes.
That did not sound convincing to me as a player, but
That was the most unconvincing yes I've ever heard.
You have my word that we will not kill you.
I will not kill you.
They will throw their bow down.
Wise man. 3 action stride.
Okay.
That's the fastest I've ever moved.
So they effectively drop their bow on the ground, and they're going to sort of take a step back away from your range, Nebsu, and look at you guys still. And with the heart of a champion and absolute faith that you guys will keep your word, is going to turn around and sprint away.
Ah.
If you guys would like to chase after or make any sort of attacks or anything like that, you are welcome to do so here. If you would like to let them simply fully run away, you are also welcome to do that. What are we
Come
thinking?
back.
I didn't say that he could get away. I just said it wouldn't kill him.
Yeah.
But him running away negates anything that I just made. So yes, I would like to try and trip him up at the very least.
Yeah, I mean,
Get his tendon.
between the fact that you have a bow out and Nebsu is able to pretty much keep up and still make an actually not quite remaining in melee range on regular strides. Go ahead and give me a single attack roll, Amenemsu, if you don't mind. If you are planning to make it non-lethal, it will need that -2.
Oh no, I'm not going to take the -2.
Oh,
It'll be
you're making a
lethal.
lethal attack. Okay.
Oh yeah. Nope. We're not running away.
Gotcha.
That was not part of the agreement.
To be fair,
Should I-
Usala said the world's most convincing, yes, I won't kill you, to this person.
If I do it at this point, it's gonna give me the
Here, I will take off guard off of them, so it'll just be perfect. Because if you took a move action first, there would be no range penalty.
yeah.
But that will miss.
What if I do a reroll? No.
Well, we did determine if you're moving first, because you would have had to get line of sight on them, there would be no range penalty, which means that crits.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this person dropped their bow on the ground,
I'm sorry.
Hello.
What?
began trying to run away,
Crit for 3.
and having only 3 hit points left, takes that
Even if
arrow
they'd
in the
have
back
4,
and just
they'd be dead.
tumbles. And that concludes that fight, with one of the thugs having managed to run away and sort of disappear into the alleyways, but the other 3 thugs and these 2 seemingly poachers, perhaps, just other thugs, definitely on the ground dead.
Was this guy the guy that made me into a pincushion, or was that this guy?
It was this guy.
Oh yeah. So I go up to this one and take his bow.
Yeah, these guys have composite short bows. I'll dump their equipment in
Oh,
your
yeah,
guys'
they do.
party stash for you. So you can take it. Notably, these guys also have some artisans' toolkits for snare crafting on top of their regular equipment. And from anyone who is looting these bodies, can I get perception checks, please?
Why, certainly, sir.
4.
Oh, wait.
You fool!
Amenemsu.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How could you do this to me?
See?
Each of these thugs have similarly padded armor, regular short bows, kopeshes. Notably, however, they do have some pouches of silver on them for some money.
Money.
Yippee!
We love
Where's
money.
Oh, right, I
Yay.
deleted my
I
third
like money.
token. I was like, where's my third dead thug? Right.
fell down the
Right over here.
He fell down the well, yes. Let's go ahead and do some rolling.
I bet the boss had all the good loot.
That is going to be a grand total of 20 silver pieces amongst those 3 bodies
Heck yeah.
for you guys. Interestingly enough, these thugs have silver pieces on them. These 2 figures don't carry any coin on them. Perhaps strangely.
How's my detect magic doing?
No magic.
Ah.
Nothing magical. These are truly just low-level street thugs. Notably, though, like... actually, I will allow a society recall knowledge, so just blind society check for anyone who wants to try and make some sense of this situation as well.
I want to try to see if they were hired killers or just trying to, like, rob us.
Yeah.
What were the people that were trying to steal the elephants or the crocodiles, the albino crocodile?
Yes.
Were they dressed any like these guys? Are they like a uniform going on?
That is partially exactly what that society check is like. Notably, the 2 people who were there to buy the crocodile were Venara, monkey humanoids, effectively. And these 2 are not. However, the way they dress is quite similar. Certainly foreign. Usala, it's actually quite fitting you would be the one to recognize the dress as Jalmarayan.
Ah,
Whereas these other thugs truly are wearing traditional common Osiriani garb, something that is much more natural to the surrounding. It seems to you, Usalit, perhaps these guys hired these thugs to assist them. Perhaps it's two separate situations, and they both just sort of teamed up to attack you guys. Don't really have any way of knowing that, unfortunately, with all of them as corpses.
Yeah, did that guy seem like he was in charge of everyone, or just in charge of the guys dressed like him?
Unfortunately, things went too quickly. It was a little hard to tell.
Yeah.
So, it's... I mean, Amenemsu, you're used to seeing thugs about Wati. They definitely exist here. Unscrupulous people, numerous scavenging businesses go through the necropolis. It's certainly possible that these guys were just lying in wait to try and rob you, but it feels too contrived for that to be the solution. You feel like there is another piece of the puzzle that perhaps you don't quite have right now.
No orders. Hey, kill this person. He's an informant.
Unfortunately, those would have been on the leader.
Dear diary.
Today I got paid
Today
to kill
the
these
silver
people.
masks end. They will tarnish like the silver that their master made from. That's all we know is their master silver.
But as you guys finish dealing with these individuals, and you're only a block or two away from your destination at this point, it's around 3:30 in the afternoon, we are going to take a quick break. So stand up, stretch, grab some water, do whatever it is you need to do, and I'll see you all in just a few minutes.
Papa Bear.
All right, welcome back. So, you guys have finished taking care of these assailants. You have looted their corpses for a number of pieces of equipment that will likely fetch a decent price back in town. The question is the plan from here. Are we continuing on to the temple? Are we doing anything else? What are we thinking?
Think of the temple.
I feel like this should be reported.
Oh yeah. That's fair. Should we tell there's like the guards in the necropolis that are like supposed to keep this stuff from happening? Should we like tell them?
There are not really guards in the necropolis.
I thought
There are guards outside of it, right? That
Yes.
protect the entrance?
Yes, there are some
Oh.
guards that stand outside that are part of the city guard. There are specifically, what are they called? The Voices of the Spire, which is the militant wing of the Grand Mausoleum that is dedicated to destroying undead in the necropolis. But there's a very small group of them, and their care and focus really is on destruction of undead. They aren't always patrolling and attacking either, because there's still quite a lot of undead in the necropolis. They sort of do mini crusades into it. But otherwise, city guards don't go into the necropolis at all. It's kind of generally known that like smuggling goes through the necropolis and whatnot, and it's just tacitly overlooked because it would be too much of a hassle to catch those sorts of petty criminals and put them through trial or detain them in any meaningful way. So you certainly can report it. There just might not really be anything that comes of it.
Make up a sign. This is what happens when you to lose.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we should probably at least go in our official report when we come back from the dungeon.
Yeah,
Yep.
you could certainly do that.
But it doesn't sound like it's a pressing thing that like this investigation needs to go right now because they're not going to investigate it.
Yeah.
But someone should know just for like record keeping sake.
Sure.
Yep. Aminem will take note of it, and all the gear that they take over.
All right.
So how far did we get before we got jumped?
You guys made it to around here-ish, maybe around here. I think it was closer to here, but you seem to have drawn out a different path.
I mean the.
I suppose I was
might have
creating
been
that path with the general knowledge myself that the temple only has a main entrance on this side. There are no side entrances.
Okay, we probably would have come this way.
So, it doesn't particularly matter.
So what's area 15?
Area 15? Oh, that's just the dance hall. Tetep's dance hall.
Okay. So we were. Was it
Ambush site number 1.
6 bandits attacked us outside of the dance hall. 5 were killed. The leader got away.
Yeah, perfect.
Amenemsu, are you going to heal your wounds?
I think that is a good idea.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, because I'm still down 8 points right now.
I believe.
I will attempt a medicine check.
Sure. Yeah, take some time, treat your wounds on yourself.
And they were
Of course, that
4 Osirion thugs and 2 Jalmarian rangers.
I love the note taking. It makes me so happy.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Yeah, I guess the basic action macros aren't working for treat wounds. So that'll be 2d8 health back to you, Amenemsu. Quite good indeed.
yeah, 5. I'll take
Hey, not bad.
it. Heal.
Fantastic. As you guys approach this temple itself, it is a large structure. It seems that the sort of central nave of the building is probably symmetrical, but beyond that, it's honestly a little upsetting to look at for any of you who have any care for society, as it just doesn't conform to traditional architecture. There's additional wings and extensions on both sides that look almost like haphazard additions, aside from the uniformity of the stonework. There's a large...
Ancient Osirion?
Yeah, definitely ancient Osiriani stonework.
Meant as the lore.
Oh, sure.
You said which groups they had 2 different styles of dress. Which one looks like the monkey people?
The Jalmarayans.
Jalmarians.
Yes. The Venara poachers, the Venara who were attempting to purchase the crocodile were wearing Jalmarayan dress, though you didn't necessarily clock that at the time because of the whole situation. But now when you see these guys and realize, oh, they're dressed similarly, oh, wait, that's Jalmarayan. Hold up. Is sort of how that thought process goes.
Like, this looks familiar. Oh, that's where it's.
Yeah. I mean, you're not really certain if there's any meaning to this, Amenemsu. It definitely looks like there were additional wings and extensions added on. Any direct reasoning for that could be any number of them. There's a large dome sort of over the north end of the temple at the central area, and as you guys approach, you do notice that the sanctum itself is entirely windowless. However, the exterior walls are carved with the likenesses of multiple celestial figures, including that of Nethys. As you guys approach the entrance of the building, there's a wide flight of steps leading up to the temple interior, with 2 humanoid statues flanking the stairs, both of them wearing black and white masks, holding quarterstaves, very clearly depictions of Nethys, of course. There are no doors that block the large, perhaps about 12-foot tall entrance to this area, but there is a layer of dust and sand on the ground, deposited by the wind over time. As you approach, Nebsu, you begin to hear something. The sound of clacking, like foots on stonework. However, there is a difference. While for some of you, the softer shoes you wear might be more of a muffled padding sound, this is almost like the sound of tile or ceramic clacking against one another. And you do, even in the darkness of the entryway, the little bit of sunlight that filters in, you notice movement within the front room of this building.
All right, I'll warn everybody.
As you guys approach, I suppose I will give you your new dungeon map.
I don't like those.
Why not?
Woohoo! Yeah,
They're
gotta
doggos.
load.
They're just dogs. Why are you
Loading.
worried
Just
about
good
the
boys.
dogs?
Just good boys that
Yeah.
are looking to.
Certainly. They seem so nice and friendly.
Perfect. I will command an animal.
Hmm.
Usala, can you cast light again? I have a
What-
feeling it will be dark.
No, that was the hardest spell. Sorry. I can just see in the dark.
I thought. Okay, one of us. Oh, or Nebsu does.
Yeah, I have shining
One of us did.
weapon.
Yay, I made it.
I know we had like too much light last time, but it was like, oh god.
When you're out in actual light sources, it gets very blinding. But Nebsu is able to effectively have a light spell on himself, which is just a toggle in your action tab, Nebsu, to turn that on.
Is this completely open to everything?
Yeah,
Or like
there's
there's
no doors.
or anything like that?
No doors. Just stairs
Really?
leading up to the entrance. There goes Usala mapping the outside of the building.
And these skeletons are just like frozen like statues?
No, they are moving around.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. However, they don't seem to be reacting to your presence outside of the building right now.
They have their predefined paths that they're just walking around.
Exactly, yeah. They've got their little circuits that each of them are walking.
All right, we're gonna need to do the puzzle of like stay behind so they can never see us.
Or we could just kill them.
That's cruel and
Check our
unusual.
boxes ready.
It is in our charter to purge the undead.
I wonder what happens if we attack them from out here.
An excellent suggestion.
I mean, it's like he's generally curious. Like, will they
Yeah.
come out? Will they just like?
Oh,
Can I like clamber onto this like platform next to the statue?
I would say the statues are going to cause those spaces to be difficult terrain, but yeah, you absolutely could stand there.
Use it as cover.
I'd have it be a lesser cover for you. Yeah.
That's fine.
They react to that.
Nope. Like, the one closest to the door, these are very clearly, like, skeletalized jackals. Like, stops and pauses and swings its head to watch you, Usala, as you clamber up on that platform. And kind of stops moving in place just as it stares in your direction, but it doesn't seem to attack or anything.
I don't think I speak necroll.
I do.
Oh.
Where are languages? Are they in the front? Oh, I do speak necroll.
Hey ho.
I'll say hello, Guardian. We're here on orders of the Pharaoh. Can you let us pass?
It just continues to stare, unmoving at you.
Alright, mindless skeleton.
Does anybody know anything about skeleton jackals?
Great.
Let's see. Undead lore?
You can certainly make a recall knowledge here about them, yeah.
Is that defaults to
Undead lore it
occultism or
is.
religion?
For these religion, that is be the base for undead. Okay. Interesting. I mean, looking at these creatures, they look like jackals that have been killed and raised as skeletons. So slender bodies, short snouts, typically, opportunistic creatures. In short, these do appear to be acting as guards in a way. But I mean, it's something certainly feels strange, right? Normally an undead, if it is going to attack you, it would do so. It would not remain constrained in one area unless it is protecting something. And if it is protecting something, it stands to reason that it is in some way controlled, such that it does not act against whatever normal instincts an undead might have. But that is as much as I can give you off of that.
It is the Temple of Nethys, correct?
Yes.
Would it be feasible that a member of Nethys would be unharmed by these creatures?
It's certainly a possibility.
Do you think it'd be possible to maybe come back with like symbols of Nethys and see if that?
I'll raise my symbol of Nethys and maybe I'll. I was gonna say I had someone else.
I was just saying Usala is a worshipper of Nethys.
I was gonna say and walk in the door, but that's on. I don't want to die.
Never purchased a religious symbol.
Oh, I guess I don't have one.
It's like if you think you
Never
would have
mind.
one, that's fine.
I probably. It's not like.
I mean, they're still
it's 10
undead.
gold.
Yeah.
So. It is odd, though. There's no door to open.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think like Silas is kind of like, if anybody walked past this place, like, why wouldn't they have just gone in? Right?
I'll
Like,
cast
very different than the other ones
shield.
that
Well,
we've seen.
I mean the Guardians, I guess. I don't know. I'll cast shield and then take like one step in, see if they kill me.
Doing that, I will need initiative rolled.
Okay.
You're on your own.
As these things are specifically guarding against anyone who enters the building.
Yeah.
So as
The
you
desert
take,
will never forget your sacrifices.
unfortunately, your
I want
worship of Nethys does not seem to protect you.
frick.
Darn.
Time to find a better god.
I kind of
Your
hope that
goddess
would work.
failed you.
You did say you were casting shield on yourself before walking in,
Yeah.
correct, Usala? I am allowing that, so go ahead and give yourself that shield effect. It will matter, because 3 of these guys are going before Silas.
Dear God.
You are about to get jumped. You also need to
Yeah.
roll your initiative.
What do you want me to roll?
Perception.
Okay.
That's just the everyman's roll if you're not doing something else.
I was doing like a funny thing, so I didn't know if you wanted to be like
Nah.
something specific.
No, because you were just sort of taking a step carefully in. That was still inherently perception. So,
What are the odds
Funny
of us
enough.
being in order? 13, 14, 15, 16.
That's kind of cool.
Funny enough, it is actually the jackal that was watching
all.
you up on the statue that is the first to act here, Sala.
It was ready.
It was ready. And would you believe me if I told you these jackals can only move and bite? That's all
Yes.
they know how to do. So it's going to leap forward at you the moment you step into the building and sort of slam into you and try and chomp its jaws down. But as it sort of lands against your serpentine body, it just sort of bounces off.
I'll produce a magical ward with my symbol of Nethys and then block him.
Sure, yeah, that works. As a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, hey, that's what flanking is for, right?
Uh-oh.
And why we have multiple of these. But rolling a 3 on the dice does not do anything for you, so even though they flank you, they do not seem to be able to get through your scales. Guards, but perhaps not particularly effective guards.
Your cone attack is about to pop off.
And I'd like to roll above a 10, please. That'd be nice.
Oh my god. I'm invincible.
Have fun, Silas.
I mean, I can hit you, Sal. Is that what you want?
You could just delay until after I move because we're all going back to back.
That's a coward's move.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
I mean, as long as you heal me after, you can do whatever you want.
No, I'm just. He's not gonna do that. Well, good news for me, because I can actually do 2 15-foot cone.
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's neat.
Now, it is going to be hard to get multiple without getting Usala in them.
I mean, if you want to do the 30 and just hit all of them, like, that's fine with me.
How do I rotate it? Why is it not rotating? Anybody know how to rotate?
Control.
Hold Control and mouse wheel.
Yeah.
These damn orthographic cones.
Oh, that's cool.
Fantastic.
We did it.
Huzzah.
Math.
These guys are supposed to be quite dexterous, but it seems like this is the only one that actually pays attention and will take half
It's
damage.
just the best of them.
The other one takes full and is immediately destroyed.
Ed?
And the.
Holy shit.
Oh, that one was in the area, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I got all.
Damn.
That's why I
That's
said math.
crazy. Hey, I'll succeed. Yippee. Take half damage and not die.
That's it for silence.
Alrighty. Usala, have fun. Your shield does fade.
I'll cast it again, and well, yeah, I don't need to step. I can just cast it again and then double target.
Are you thinking double? Okay. I will say, you are aware skeletons inherently tend to resist electricity.
Oh,
That is common knowledge to people.
it is. That's why I grabbed a second damage type cantrip. Then instead I will. So they don't have that much health. I don't want to use like a level spell. But I will. So I haven't gotten to nuke anything this ever yet.
That was second level. Okay.
Die.
Really wants these guys dead. Fair enough.
Nethys
I
is
haven't
mad.
I haven't done a good nuke yet. I want to do a nuke.
Go ahead and roll your damage. As Fortitude is not these guys' good save, that is 2 critical failures and a failure. And these guys are just absolutely evaporated as the noise explodes outwards. And just the waves of sonic magic evaporates these
I
guys.
rattled their bones into dust.
Because you said that, now I'm contractually obliged to kill you.
You can try.
Anything with your third action?
Shield.
Sounds good.
Unless
Amenemsu,
someone
we're
would
down
want,
to you.
unless, like, you want me to step away so you can stab them better, Nebsu.
Oh, we'll see if they're alive after I'm an Nems's turn.
That's fair. That was kind of the thought process. Is they're probably just gonna die.
Well, actually, so I'm going to tumble through,
Okay.
Nice.
or at least attempt the tumble through.
Yes.
Do you want that as public?
Yeah, tumble through is
Yeah.
public.
Okay.
Ooh. Unfortunately, a tumble through is a failure with that roll. So that is going to stop you right there.
Let's see. Okay, well that failed. I'm gonna quick draw a rock and smash it with a rock.
Okay. Just a random rock you
Oh, it's an
find on the
improvised-
ground.
Well, we got the what did the oh man, my brain is on fog right now. Knowledge check on these with the undead. Did that turn up anything?
So typically I do not give combat information for out-of-combat recall knowledges. When it comes to skeletons, though, you guys generally know, because this is just knowledge about skeletons, they are going to resist piercing, slashing, cold, electricity, and fire, but are typically quite weak because of that.
Well, they're like a lot of the elements. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. If I don't unsheath my sword cane, can I use it as a bludgeoning weapon, or would that be?
Yeah, it should actually be in your inventory if you don't already have it as an item. There is an actual sword cane sheath as an item.
Oh.
Specifically
Does it share
for
wounds?
you.
Does it share wounds as like a twin weapon?
Yes, I believe so. However, just to make sure I am checking, yeah, there's, funny enough, not a other item aside from the exquisite version, so I will just drop that in your inventory for you. And the difference, of course, being that it does not have the...
Okay.
I don't actually know if it should have the parry treat or not. It should not. Okay. Get rid of that, but you can still absolutely attack with it.
Kaboom.
I will rename it for you. That's an absolute hit. And 2 points of bludgeoning damage is unfortunately not quite enough to kill them. But it definitely hurts.
That would be... That's my second... Okay.
Yes,
then
stride and quick draw, so you have one action left.
Cool. Alright, we'll go ahead and just try and hit him again. Hey,
Yeah,
do a little
easy.
bit better.
And that will be more than enough at this point to fully obliterate that skeleton. And
I did something.
one final skeleton for Nebsu to go clean up. No one pay any attention to how these skeletons have bled all over the floor.
There could be some remaining
marrow, bone marrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at this guy trying to get flanking like he needs it.
Oh my goodness. They're already gonna die.
But I mean,
Yeah. That's a hit.
I don't do a lot of damage unless I crit. Oh well, and I roll max damage.
What was that? Do you want to speak up for those in the back?
Well, I rolled max damage.
That was as much damage to my second level spell slot.
As the final skeleton is laid low, obliterated, and you guys are able to step fully into the temple here, with them dead. I would like to reconfirm people's exploration activities. and any relevant rolls for those.
Detect magic, and I would like to do it from like out here to check the statues.
Yeah, there's no magic.
I will remain searching.
Okay. Nemsu remains searching. And Silas avoiding notice, but unfortunately, this time beginning to perhaps be a bit louder or more obvious with his movements. There's not a bunch of buildings you can jump between here.
He's in a building. There's no windows.
I
Like,
know.
This is not what he does. He's like, I'll avoid notice in the desert.
Right. Nemsu, as you guys are sort of taking stock of your situation, you can see that there's a passage off to the west. There's a larger passage to the east. The temple seems to open up into a massive chamber to the north. Of course, there's something about this chamber that catches your attention. Amidst the sand and dust blown in by the wind, there is, of course, your footprints, the footprints of these jackals, and multiple other sets of footprints.
It appears we are not the first to arrive.
Perhaps those thugs were meant to delay us.
Indeed.
What are we thinking? Where are we going from here?
Oh, I guess we should go home.
Yeah, they took everything, so
Yeah, it's already been looted.
Darn. Usala, coming over to take a look through the western corridor.
Doors in this building.
Nebsu, did you want to turn on your shining sword, by the way?
It's on, isn't it?
Oh.
yeah, it's on.
Okay, there we go. It was just your positioning, I see.
Oh yeah, I can stand here if it helps.
It makes it a little bit easier to notice. There is not a door inherently. As you look down this way, the hallway does open up into a larger area, and there is a curtain here. Not a door.
Privacy. Well, I'm going to keep searching for traps.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Good road.
hear something, Amanemsu, as you guys begin sort of moving down this corridor. No need to additional roll. I'll tell you if I need another roll. Calm down. Calm yourself. Goodness gracious. You hear a very faint shuffling sound coming from beyond this curtain.
Give the casual, whatever, there's something there sign to Nebsu.
He will nod.
Step further
And I
in.
will go ahead and actually make sure to have my rapier
Yeah,
drawn.
absolutely. As you sort of step a bit further in Nebsu, you can see that the area has multiple more of these curtains around. Perhaps this is like... It's hard to say just off of the number of curtains, but perhaps a living space? It's hard to tell.
Someone stealthy like to peek through the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a look.
Well, when you do that, I'm going to immediately ask initiative be rolled, as the creatures will begin to act at that point. as
do
you
you
guys
have
have
fireball?
stepped close enough to be noticed by them.
I have 2 more sonic blasts.
As you sort of step into this room, unfortunately, your metal boots do clang quite loudly on the tiles, Nebsu. Your presence does not hide itself well. But it is perhaps not that noise these creatures are drawn to, but the simple fact that there are living creatures nearby. But as a series of moans from around this entire area begin to erupt, and multiple other sounds of shuffling can be heard, Usala, we are starting with you.
Delay.
Sure. Hit that funny button.
Is there a funny button?
Yeah, go to the
that
initiative tracker. And then you just hit it when you want to come back in. So
Neat.
Amanemsu, that'll bring us to your turn.
I can't see anything.
Nope.
But I will come down here and round the corner.
Sure.
There is a curtain
If
here.
they would allow me. Okay, so I'll just go down here.
All right. And these curtains they're ethereal walls. You guys can just walk through them. Or you could use an interact action to actually like throw it fully open if you wanted to. So as you move into this hallway, Amanemsu, you can hear those moans and groaning sounds sort of coming out from multiple locations here. What else are you doing?
Oh, yes. I am going to just prepare an action to strike at something that pops out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Silas, that brings us over to you.
Can Silas open this curtain since he's adjacent?
Yeah, if
No,
you want to
he's
use an
not
action to
part of it.
open that,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'll open it up.
We will.
I
I'll
can
just
be able to see
delete the
which
wall
way.
because why not? It's a zombie.
Yay!
Alright, well, he can't
Yippee!
see it. But, oh, God.
Pretty.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
She's gorgeous, okay?
Thank you. Amanemsu has class. And Silas making it so everyone can move up to half speed if they'd like. Nebsu, don't do it. Don't you dare. Stop it.
Do it.
I'm thinking.
Stay back.
Kill it.
Do I want to give it 3 swings at me?
What the zombie probably only has 2 attacks.
Why would you do this, Nebsu? Fuck off!
Oh yeah, they're slow.
How about everyone else? Everyone can take a half speed movement for free. 4 wins, kind of nutty.
Pretty good thing. I
You
like
can move
my,
and use your ready to
right.
attack.
You could indeed trigger your ready to attack right now, Amanemsu.
I like my imprecise sense telling me they're
Ooh.
next nearby.
I will go ahead and trigger my attack. Shazam.
Oh, well, that's rude.
Oof.
Right through your heart.
My cold, unbeating heart. No.
Wow. Of course,
Unfortunately, not great damage. And they were not off guard, so there is no sneak attack for you. But definitely hurts, cutting into the ancient, rotted flesh. I should have been asking after each person's turn. Usala, would you like to come back in at the end of Silas's turn?
I'll come back at the end of Nebsu's turn.
Okay. Well, it technically gets asked every turn. Because also there's a zombie going now.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's gonna come out and whack you.
Zombie slam.
I rolled a 2. Son of a bitch.
I'm invincible.
Would you like to come back
This is
in now, or do you
temple
still
to
want
my
to wait?
god. Nothing in here can lay a hand on me.
Uh-huh. Do you still wish to wait, Usala, or do you want to come in now?
I'll beat the shit out of this guy.
Okay, then hit that button again, and it puts you back into initiative. And now it's your turn.
Can I? There's a wall on my way.
There is indeed a wall in your way.
I
Yes.
can't make this move.
You would have to tumble through this guy.
I'll make a tumble through.
Okay. That is an acrobatics check versus this guy's reflex DC. I assure you that's going to be the hardest roll of your life.
Oh, I'm sure.
Normally you'd use tumble
the
through
temple
from the
of his
basic
god.
action macros, but
Oh.
unfortunately,
How'd I do?
you know,
That's its reflex DC, right? It has a minus.
I
4
thought
to
I was
reflex.
making a joke when I said it's going to be the hardest roll of your life.
I'm making it a -3, buddy.
Only at a -1.
No, I have an armor check penalty of 2.
Yeah, but you have a +1 dex.
Oh, I see.
It's not a -1 dex.
I thought it was a -1 for a second.
Unfortunately, your movement will end directly there as you try and skirt past this zombie and just goes, "Huh?" And just kind of like pushes you back in place.
Is there a penalty for range attacks and melee in 2E?
Not unless you have the volley trait.
I sure don't, so I'm gonna phase bolt him.
That's rude. Incomparably so.
Perish.
That's a hit.
That should not be non-lethal.
Then that's a crit. I don't know why you have that toggle turned on.
Because I was gonna hit the guy that was running away, and then someone shot him with an arrow.
Fair enough. I guess you never got a turn against the jackals. Oh, no, you did. You just noise blasted.
I haven't made an attack roll spell since.
Right. Well, go ahead and... why did you just
damage
roll a
roll.
spell attack instead of actually casting the spell? My good bitch. Cast the fucking spell. That's why you
Yeah.
have the damage buttons there, and I can actually read it. Thank you. Isn't that so much better? Look, you get
He takes double
rewarded.
that.
I know. You get rewarded when you actually hit the cast a spell button.
Just sucks that you can't do the crit. You have to double.
It is a little unfortunate that there is no inherent like crit damage button.
I don't know
for
why,
spells.
because it happens all the time. Oh god.
Usala?
Oh,
Foundry is built on spaghetti code. That's my answer. It's the best one I've got.
Ow.
Nebsu, that will bring us to your turn.
It lived 24
It
force
did,
damage? Or, oh, it's
yeah.
piercing.
It is,
Still
but it doesn't
not
resist
right.
piercing.
Wow.
These are elite zombies.
Oh.
They're level 1 creatures.
Fancy.
mhm.
Can you guys
goodbye.
knock it off?
No damage. No damage.
Unfortunately, they are a zombie, which means they are weak to slashing damage. And so that's going to be enough to eviscerate the undead.
Yep.
Can you do me a favor and not hit, please?
He's gonna crit again.
I don't want him to, though.
Oh.
Huzzah!
I'll hero point it.
Ah, that's
It's
fair.
a hero point on every die.
Oh
That was a
no!
win off of a 20.
No, it hits. No, he dies.
Mhm, mhm.
Tis a sad day. Oh, it's okay. I've got multiple zombies to go now. Starting
I like
with the one that's hiding in the bathroom. Go 10. Has to use
Zombie.
a full 2 actions to actually get here.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
This zombie's gonna come out and use 2 actions to get here. And then this zombie's gonna come out and use 2 actions to get here. And then we're back to Amanemsu's turn. I love slowed enemies! This is also me coming off of the fact that I almost TPK'd a party with zombie shamblers last night, so...
So funny.
Nice.
Were they level 1?
They were, and to be fair, it was also a shambler troop, which is a level 4 creature.
That'll do it.
After they had fought about 20 zombie shamblers across separate encounters.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Amanemsu.
hoping to get here.
That's
Would
gonna
that
be- It's going to be a tumble through against that guy. Yeah, I'd say you can make that.
Okay. Certainly a better chance than Usala.
This will be the easiest
That's
roll
true.
of your
That is
life.
a better chance. You don't have a penalty.
Yeah.
That's a
But
success.
If I roll a 4. Hi. Okay, now because I tumbled
That's
through
not
that
so
space,
Mhm.
my we're just gonna do it this way.
was
One
so
of
dramatic.
you who are flanking this zombie shambler are able to take a 5-foot step if you wanted to.
However, they have to
Tumble
remain
through a few
adjacent
more.
to that enemy.
Yeah, so then there's no point. Oh darn!
That's a great
One
feat you
used it,
took.
but everyone keeps dying around.
We can swap places.
Well,
But anyways,
you have
Fun
made your
times,
way
yeah.
behind this guy.
yeah, I'm
You
gonna go
are-
ahead and attack it, seeing as how I have a nice little bit of
Yeah.
help there.
Technically, I would probably consider that it's still a flank, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. I'll be nice.
Yeah.
This is a really weird
Stabby stab.
formation we have.
That is a hit.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Big
A
boy
little higher
damage.
than, ooh, that'd be great.
Don't get greedy.
Nice. Okay, let me see. That's 1. That's 2.
Mhm, You've
Got
got one
another
action
one?
left.
Yeah, I'll be a little greedy here.
Have you considered stabbing again? And missing?
I'll do that.
Unfortunate. Well, Silas, that will bring us back to you.
Okay, great. Go ahead and use weapon infusion.
Sure. I am going to say, if you attack from right there, this guy's going to have standard cover against you, because you're
That's
sort of
fine.
attacking around this corner.
I'll allow it.
Okay. You'll allow it, I see.
Ow.
Uh-huh. My own words are being used against me.
I mean, yeah. All right, here we go. And he'll do a 2-action water slice with his fan.
Sure. That will hit.
With cover.
Yep.
Nice.
I had to do all that math manually, unfortunately. But gets a nice good hit through into the zombie. Definitely hurts it a ton.
And he will repeat that with a 1-action blast. 'Cause
Sounds
why
good.
not?
No.
I mean, I got all the hero points. I never use
Oh, if you've got them all, you might as well.
Yeah, well.
Turns it into a hit.
The minimum 10 hero point is really strong.
It is. I don't, to be entirely honest, particularly like it, but I know a lot of people do, and I am nothing if not a people pleaser.
It makes more sense than, like saving throws.
It's nice. It's also probably the least abusable way to
You just only have so
do
many.
hero points. Right. It's my own personal grievances that I don't particularly enjoy nearly guaranteed successes. But you guys are here for heroic fantasy. So, Usala, would you be a deer and drop a noise blast, like, right there?
No.
Why not?
I could. I really could.
You really could. It'd be
Or-
funny.
As much as I'm liking this new phase blast spell I just picked up, I could hit 2 zombies.
You
which
could
is
indeed.
Oh, true.
You'd hit them too.
You could attack Nebsu and Amanemsu at the same time. With
I mean, the
an
more
electric arc.
targets you hit, the more damage you do. So,
I'm
like,
gonna
technically,
spend that. I will ancestral memories on
break
the
a
back zombie shambler.
record. Okay.
And
Do a noise blast. Break a record, Usala. Do it.
No, I'm gonna cast electric arc.
Well, that's a coward's behavior. Why would you do this on my zombies that have fucking god-awful reflex DCs?
Goodbye.
I nat 20'd one. Let's go.
No.
And it's this guy in front who ends up failing and just dies. But this guy in the back manages to nat 20, and it just sort of like tilts its head questioningly looking you guys, and the moment it does that is when the lightning bolt goes straight past its head. But it's okay, because we have a Nebsu who gets to go now, and only 2 zombies left.
Crit.
And a scared GM. Would you do
Are
me
you
a
scared?
favor
You're on our
and
team.
miss? Yeah, but I want to do something with my enemies.
You are. You're giving us something to attack.
Uh-huh.
Look they're so good at attracting critical hits.
I'm gonna hit you guys with something big at some point, and it's all gonna be, oh, it's gonna feel good. In the meantime, the zombie is going to live a crit.
Alright, he is off guard.
I don't know,
Does
you
that-
hit me pretty hard a couple of times.
That is fair.
And
But consider the fact
anybody-
that that fight out in the street was considered severe threat, and these 5 zombies are also considered severe threat.
Well, they just didn't roll as well, though. Like, I mean, just think, like, because they were at range, they could have killed a bunch of us.
These zombies are also fucking obliterated. And I get a turn with one. My dreams have been fulfilled. As such, I'm going to make an immediate mistake and attack Nebsu. Huzzah! I was not expecting that. I shall deal 9 points of bludgeoning damage to the man in the heavy armor.
Alrighty.
And then I shall attempt to grapple you,
Bold.
which will fail. Look, zombies
Is
have...
that part of its attack?
It is a separate attack action.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't trigger.
There is no manipulates inherent with the grab action, no.
Okay.
It is
Let's get
simply
that
an
map
attack
penalty.
action. There is no map penalty on monster grabs.
I know, because monsters cheat.
Okay, look, I'm running zombies that have 2 actions. What
I'm
do you
not talking
want
about the
from me?
zombies, I just meant monsters in general.
Well, yeah, they
Only
have
if
to
it's the
stab
grab is part of
somehow.
the
Only if they
grab's part
have
of
the
the
grab,
attack, yeah.
like, as part of the attack. That is
yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than it was pre-remaster where they just auto-succeeded. Now they at least have to roll. And we still randomly find stat sheets that don't have an athletics trait. Or an athletics modifier built in. Amanemsu, it is your turn with this 1 zombie remaining. And a real easy way to get
Why
flanking.
don't I take care of it for you and, take it off your hands?
You know what? I appreciate you looking out for me like that. Did you want to get flanking first before attacking?
I mean, I do like having a flank.
It is kind of your whole shtick.
It really is. Yes, I will go ahead and take that.
All right. That's what we
Yeah,
like to
sure.
see.
That.
And that's
Go ahead.
still a hit. They're zombies.
Yay.
You
Because
think
of
they
that flank.
dexterous?
Yay.
Oh, let's go 4 damage.
Still can't roll above a 2. on the
More
damage
than a
roll.
crit you did earlier with the bow.
But
Yeah. Oh my god.
that 1 strength made it better.
That was
Yup.
Awful.
I believe in you.
Hey, there we go.
There we
There
go.
you go. Kill him.
This
I
is where
like
you
you.
roll 6s, boxcars coming in
It
right
can't
now.
be. It can't be the crit. It's
No,
gonna be
it's
more
all
than the
gonna be
bow
one.
crit.
All once.
Oh,
I was so close.
My good sir, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say.
I told you they're not. They just don't want to roll above a 1.
hey, you're hitting though. You're hitting
I
accurately.
You are
am,
hitting.
and it's weird.
I think
A
we need to
D20 will go high.
we
but
need to get you new
there's
weapons, Amanemsu. Is what I'm seeing.
New dice. I just need new dice. Hang on, let's see.
New D6s and D8s.
Yes. I'm gonna work
All
on
right,
that now.
Silas comes out, makes his fans watery, and perhaps cleans this up for us. That's a crit. Oh boy. And
big water
that
damage.
would be enough to take him down as the final zombie collapses to the ground, leaving you all the standing ones. Big water damage, yay!
Critical laugh.
As you give a bit of healing to Nebsu, and you guys are able to sort of take a look around. This certainly appears to be a dormitory of some sort, especially with the curtain opened in this area. It's, you know, a small private room. There's a bed frame, a footlocker that's bolted to the floor. Everything is dusty, but in surprisingly good repair compared to the other places you have explored. The bedding, however, has entirely rotted away. But don't forget to heal yourself, Nebsu.
Okay, will do.
I believe that Ocean's Balm was for you.
Mm-hmm. It was, yeah. I can't force people to take the healing, so even though I target you when I roll it, it doesn't say. So it's just like,
Hit the fucking button and take your healing.
enjoy the salt water in your wounds.
But this appears to be an area entirely of those dormitories with a larger passage heading north. What are we thinking from here?
Is my detect magic pinging anything as I like step through this door?
It is
and, like,
notably
poke
not.
my head around the corner.
No. And actually, I do think it might seem strange to many of you. Time has passed. Even things like bed frames and the chests, those lock boxes, theoretically, with how time has passed, they should have suffered some sort of damage just from age, but they are in remarkably good condition. It is the bedding itself that is damaged and decayed and rotted.
Interesting.
But it's not magical wood.
No.
Well, I guess they had really good treating oils back then. I don't know. I'm not a crafter.
Keep exploring.
Take a look at the what's in these boxes.
Unfortunately,
Check
they are
that.
empty.
Oh, okay, dude. I got my-
Perhaps
that.
by those who may have come before you. You should be able to freely step through those curtains, by the way, if anyone wants to look in those rooms. Yeah, they are ethereal walls. Though the sole light source running around makes it a bit hard for some people.
Oh, I only have low light vision, and this is. Like,
You
there's, like, no
do,
light
and there
at
is
all.
no natural light in this
windows.
place.
Oh, you said we can peel back the curtain as an action, so I'll open it.
You could, but that's just making me destroy the walls now. That's just
There's
cruel.
basically
Destroy the
nothing
wall.
in these rooms.
Doesn't appear so. It's the bed frames and the lock boxes. All the lock boxes are empty, though.
They were monster closets.
Making your way up to this larger space, there is a couple more curtains, it seems, and to the west, a sort of shallow pool in the ground, though entirely empty at this point. There is a set of stone doors to the north with hieroglyphs marked upon them.
Ooh. I think pretty much everyone here can read them.
I believe so as well. Which specifically...
I'll go ahead and read them anyways.
Yeah. It specifically reads High Priest's Quarters.
Ah.
Is there anything
So-
unusual about the pool?
No, it's just a shallow, empty pool. There's a bench bolted to the floor in a small alcove there. That there's
Like
a-
a
Okay.
I'll
baptismal
go ahead and
pool.
Doors to the
Check
east.
for traps.
You
What would a
don't-
pool be doing in a temple of Nethys?
Honestly,
desert,
since this is like a living area, could be a pool for bathing.
Makes sense.
No, he'll just use base kinesis just to generate some water, just
Yeah.
to splash in there, just while we're waiting.
Splash a little
Is
bit
there
of
like
water in there.
a drain in the corner or anything?
Yeah, just a
No, actually.
Where do they get the
They're
water
disciples
out?
of Nethys. You think they weren't using create water?
Well, that's how you get the water in. How do you get it out?
Create water lasts only for 24 hours.
Oh.
That
That's
shit's
horrifying.
self-cleaning. Amenemsu, you do not notice any traps. However, the doors are very clearly locked.
Oh, I got things for that too.
May you have thieves' tools?
Mayhaps I do.
Oh, how delightful.
Delightful, bully.
Well, if you would like to try and pick the lock, you are welcome to do so.
And public or blind?
Yeah. Picking a lock is, I believe, public.
I'm going public.
Okay. Fantastic. As you sort of lean down with your picks in order to open up the door, you actually notice something. First and foremost, is that there is a scratch marks around the lock.
Someone has already been.
It's very clearly to you the sign of other lockpicking done. And also, I should say, I'm sorry. I know I said the hieroglyph stated High Priest quarters. Slightly different. It reads High Priest only, all others forbidden. It's my bad.
Oh, well, as the high priest of Nethys in this building,
You are the highest ranking official that we know of.
Amenemsu steps away from unpicking the doors.
Hold on. There we go.
Just in case.
can I just open the door?
Yeah. Opens up into another sparsely furnished room. There's a sort of lacquered end table, a wooden desk that has partially collapsed, actually. There are multiple other doors in here.
Nothing
think-
useful like around the desk.
Here
No,
comes the mimic. Yay.
but Usala, go ahead and give me a blind society or crafting check to recall knowledge here.
Give you society.
Okay. Something is strange about the damage and state of decay in this building on what you've come across so far, and it doesn't entirely make sense to you, but it sort of clicks as you see the desk itself that's damaged here. The bed frame, the lock boxes, the benches you've seen, all of them have been bolted to the floor, and they've been in pristine condition. The bedding and this desk have not been in any way directly attached to the building. And they are the only things you've seen in states of damage and disrepair.
Can I cast Read Aura and try to identify the floor?
If you would like to spend some time doing that, sure. Go ahead and give me a blind arcana check.
I guess while we're spending 10 minutes,
Yeah, it will take
Silas
about 10
will have
minutes. for
fully
him to
filled
do
up
this.
this pool with water.
Sure.
And that should give me my focus point back as well.
If you're focusing on identifying, I'll allow you to refocus at the same time. I'll be nice. Usala. It's interesting. You are not certain. There's certainly something, but you aren't quite able to make heads or tails of it. However, as you sort of stand up from your kneeling position, examining the floor itself moves, and two of the tiles shift like eyes opening
Not
to
again.
stare directly at you. And that's where we're going to end session for today.
I hate these things.
As the floor looks at you.
The floor is my mimic.
Great. Well, Silas is just going to close the doors. He's actually outside. So
Silas sees that and goes,
Uh-huh.
goodbye.
Is
Not
this what I
today.
think it is?
No, it absolutely is not.
No, it's not the thing from the way station.
No, this is a wholly unique creature to this AP
Oh, cool.
that has been adapted. I will show you the art for now, because why not? It's a little bit strange. Looks like that.
Oh, dude.
That's kind of cool.
It is
That is really cool.
effectively the entire building. Or at least in some sense of that. The entire building can fight you. But we will delve into what that means next time. So thank you guys so much for playing. I'm glad to be back. Glad to have all of you back.
It's good to be back.
It was.
And
So I'll be here next week, but the one after I will.
Yes,
have
you're going to be
this.
gone in 2 weeks, but assuming everyone else will be good that week, we will still play.
That's fine.
So,
I don't know. Switch 2 comes out next week, so I don't know.
The cardboard cutout of Scylla just follows around and casts the electric arc.
exactly. Usala performs the Jericho Classic and steps into the ethereal plane for a smoke break. Always, never fails.
we'll just feed you to this building.
I was messaging my friend about the game. I was like, I cast Identify on the floor. The floor was a mimic.
It's a real Monster House moment, really.
Sounds like a haunt to me.
How did did the house eat everybody that came in?
No.
Like, I'm very curious about like those like undead jackals.
Yeah.
and how there's-
There
it's like, what?
is direct reasoning for everything that is going on here that you guys can definitely discover as you go.
Is Undeath isn't like one of Nethys's things, is it?
No.
Not one of the domains.
No.
But I don't think he cares about it.
He does not care, no. But
Weird
his...
that like his temple would be necrotizing things.
Well,
Necrotizing fashion?
perhaps
Heck
there's
yeah.
something to do with those other people, the tracks you found at the entrance. Perhaps a clue lies in that. But
Oh, his pantheon's called the Wards of the Pharaoh. That's really cool.
see you all next week. Have a good one.